The punch starts not in the fist, but the feet. The rear foot drives backwards into the ground. Like links in a chain, the energy travels up the leg, twists through the hips, and into the large muscles of the back, chest, and shoulders. Like the coiling and cracking of a whip, the energy multiplies through leverage as it flows through the body, travels out the arm and fist, and snaps.
Now Lyle is hurt! Now Lyle is hurt! Quickly, forward land and a left and a right, another left, and Lyle's in trouble. He's against the rope, trying to...
It's official. The 2025 LDBC Meet and Greet in Las Vegas, Nevada, August 9th and 10th. Hosted by none other than 78 Sports TV, accompanied by many LDBC content creators you know and love. Come through and enjoy the LDBC Basketball Classic, where Team Voltron will take on LDBC Selects. Come on out and have a good time in a family atmosphere. Children are welcome. Get your tickets ASAP. Use code SHAWA to receive $5 off. See you there. Blessings. Shalom to the chat. Shalom to my fam. How are y'all doing today? Trying to get this together so I can finally get my little intro right. And Eck, Jonas, and Alicia, they're not my girls. I'm sorry. I ain't mad at them. Although I am going to talk a little bit of spit about Jonas today. But, yeah, no. Don't be mad at me. I just want to cover this real quickly because everybody's already been talking about the recap to the fight and some other little boxing news, of course. So, like upcoming fights. I'll touch a little bit on the drama. Y'all know y'all. Let me know if you can hear me, please. Oh, okay, I can see that you can because Ack is laughing at me. You know what? Don't play with me, Joe. Don't play with me today. Don't play with me today. Hey, y'all. It's been a busy day. Moving around furniture. My husband got me a desk. The only one in the house. 6 people who ain't got no desk. So he was being very kind because I wasn't even thinking about it. But anywho, yes, Joe, I'm gonna explain why Bivol lost. First, let me say shout out to 78 Sports TV. He has been cooking on his channel with talk. The talk about our people is so very important. man, and it's a hard act to follow after he just went off. It's all good though. Prayerfully, I will be getting into talking about our people too in history. Got so many history books, and man, it's vital that the ones that'll hear, they gonna hear, they gonna listen, right? So, also, let me start before I even get to the recap. I don't know. I know Ack is in here, so I don't know how many of y'all um, got to see the fight that happened in the wee hours of the morning. Nakatani versus Cuellar. Um, shout out to Ack because I already know. I know what he's gonna do. I'm gonna just keep it short and sweet. I don't mess with Inoue, but I like me some Junto. Junto kicked ass. Okay, that's all I can say. He's now 30-0 with a second round knockout of Cuellar, who's never been knocked down. So shout out to the king, Eck, and shout out to Junto. Congratulations on your win. Did I get that up there? Hey NBA Nice, welcome in, fam. Yeah, he looked good doing it. Like I say, with me, Junto's look believable. That's I don't know how else to explain it. His look believable. His look believable. While anyway, sometimes I don't know. I didn't see hits on gloves and people fall out like they got killed. But that's a whole nother story. To get to the meat and potatoes, start out with Cuellar. Callum versus Buatsi. The first fight on the card. First, let me say about the whole card. You know, I did enjoy it. Let me say to my big bro Kano, I don't mean to be bucking up against you and butting heads with you, and I definitely see what you mean about just throwing all of our trust behind Turkey. And y'all know I support Turkey, but there's a lot of things that happened on that card, or a few things I should say, that I just question. I feel the way about. I can't not lie. Not a liar. And some people don't. And the thing with me is, whatever I feel, I don't expect other people to feel. I'm not even here to try to change people's opinion. All I could do is talk about what I see and what I feel, right? So the card overall, yes, it was a good card. It was what I expected to some degree. With a lot of the fights that were on the card, I was thoroughly entertained. $25 make you holler, because I was happy. I was not paying no damn $90 like we will be next week. And actually, I don't know. I'm trying. I'm a righteous person, but y'all, I'm struggling. I think I might have to get my first Fire Stick. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm on my Kano Loco. I don't care about I ain't mad at you though. Because you know what, Joe? I didn't either. And Nakatani's probably the only one that I'm messing with right now. You know, there's other fighters in other countries that I like. We all like who we like. We don't like who we don't. I ain't here to change nobody's mind. I ain't mad at you at all, because I used to talk big shit about who I don't like. Stream Team 6. What the hell is that? Stream Team 6 on Saturday. Oh, thank you. I think blessings to the great brother, fella, Shalom King. Many blessings to you. So with Buatsi, obviously, yes, I'm here to eat crow. I get on the usual suspects and I talk big shit about not wanting to eat no greasy ass bird. But I am accountable. If nothing else, I will be accountable. I picked Buatsi to win. But I did also say that Buwati does not know how to pull the trigger. It's like he does not have another gear. Um, he fought the wrong fight. I am really, really thoroughly surprised with Virgil Hunter, and I really wish that on the breaks that we could have heard what the hell was going on and what was being said in that corner, because there were times when Buwati had Callum hurt to the body, and he did not capitalize, and it just happens so much in boxing that it really is pissing me off. Um, Everybody knows, we know, we're not professional fighters, but we know you invest in the body, you do it early, you do it often. So I mean, these guys just get to head hunting, and that's it. And not only that, take a damn step back, stop falling inside, stop smothering yourself. It was just upsetting to watch what I felt like but you know, I was trying to roll with the black man, and I knew better in my deep in my spirit. Damn it, I knew better. But I'm gonna eat crow for that one. Let me see what my brother's saying. Thank you. I appreciate that for sure. I don't know, Act. You know me and you butt heads all the time, but look, there is stuff we agree on. He's that dude, man. He's that dude. Let's see. Instead of saying still. Oh, I'm gonna take that. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I said I thought I knew what you're saying. I don't want you to have to, necessarily put that in the chat. I don't know who the hell be watching these things and, checking up on us. Ain't nobody got time for that. Big Fish and Chips disappointed me too. He's back to being just Buwati. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, I don't know. To me, I feel like he's just being Buwati, because I ain't gonna lie. I'm not just totally impressed with him at all. But you be rooting for your people, right? Jason William, shout out to the king. How you doing, family? Many blessings to you. It's good to see you. Enjoy your ride, and may it be a safe one. Okay. So yeah, Buwati. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say shameful, because you should have done better, Virgil Hunter. I really do wish I knew what the hell you said in that corner, because yeah, I don't know where the investment to the body went. The next one I have written down, and I don't know if I'm going in order. I did score them in order, but we're gonna get through this. Ortiz and Madrimov, another good old plate of hot, greasy ass crow I'm gonna be eating. And I talk big shit, man. And I'm gonna be all the way real. It's only I know how to be. Thank you. I'm not, and I don't want y'all to be. I'm not here to do that. I'm gonna just say what the hell I gotta say and get on. I talked a lot of shit in a lot of places about Madrimov, you guys. I've done video on Madrimov and the Eastern European style in general, which I do like. Hey, yes, it's good to see you, Queen. I haven't seen you in a minute. I ain't seen you in Drew's. I don't be, consistent. It's good to see you, Queen. Yes. I don't know if that's for me or if that's for you, but I ain't face palming, damn it. I'm here to face the music. So Madrimov, and regardless of what people say about him, I do see him. I've seen him use around 3 different styles. Now, obviously, there are similarities within the 3 because he's one man, but I've seen him fight in 3 different manners. And there are times, I lied to myself, y'all. I lied, because he's wild, and I think I said that in my video about him. He is a wildling. Yes, I like him still. I don't care. I still like him, but the guy is a wildling. If you don't know what the hell a wildling is, it's just a wild ass fighter, just out there, just be doing anything. And sometimes he does that a lot. He doesn't throw straight shots. And I always say also, I don't like looping shots. I think wide looping shots, I think they're the ugliest thing ever. I like straight, clean work, but he does it. I still like him, and I think it's something about his rhythm and his awkwardness that I do like. Whatever the case may be, Virgil, who y'all know, I'm not. It's not like I dislike Virgil. I just think there's a lot of hype behind Oscar's fighters. Virgil being one of them. But I will say this: Virgil is a dog. Virgil can fight, but when you get people who just constantly get early knockouts, you don't really get to see what they're working with. I do feel like we got to see what Virgil was working with, and I do salute him. I salute him because he stayed patient through 4 rounds of Madrimov trying to be elusive. You know, people say he's running. They say Shakur running. They be saying people be running. Look, there are styles, right? There's fighting off the back foot. There's hitting, don't get hit. There is, getting in and getting out. And I do feel like Madrimov was avoiding. I feel like he was avoiding contact, and he was trying to keep Virgil from getting set. Y'all know Virgil can crack. So in my mind, to be honest, I do believe it was wise for him to move. Maybe not as much as he was. Maybe he could have found a better way to do it. But it was wise for him to move, because you don't want Virgil to get set and crack you in the first, second round like he does, right? Let's see. He ain't land one corkscrew punch. Look, this is all I can say. I be rooting against Virgil. I still feel like Boacek had his number, and apparently they're gonna fight again. We'll just have to see how that plays out. I don't want to call it, because Virgil did show me that, again, he could be patient. Around the 4th round, it looked like he started to lose his cool. Took a kind of a deep breath, but in round 5, man, he started digging into the body when he could. He started letting off straights, and his jabs were landing. And around 5 is also when Madrimov started to gas. Yeah, all that movement it was not bound to last, right? So I don't gotta break down the rest of that fight. I'm gonna just say shout out to Virgil. Conwell, though, okay? That's why my little that's why my little thumbnail look like it do, because I ain't got time. I still say Conwell to the death of me. Conwell is the one. I just believe. Yeah, I just got Conwell over everybody, you guys, and we all have our choices and our picks. It's just things I see with him that to me by far surpass Virgil. Again, Virgil will have to show me that he can keep showing us that he can adjust, that he's not just a one-hitter quitter. That's just how I feel about it. You know what, though, TW, I ain't messing with you today. I ain't here to do that with you today. So let me pin this too. I ain't here to mess with you. He ain't no damn Karen, Phil. And don't talk about Karen, because Karen trained to do that. I'll tell you know better anyway. You know. Look, I say I don't like to say, but if anybody was running, it was not Karen, and it was not Magic. It was damn Shakur tripping over your own goddamn feet. I still want my refund for that fight, man. I was mad that whole weekend. It kind of ruined my weekend. My husband was pissy at me because I was pissy. went all the way out there to pay that money, and then he said, "F me too." Nah, fam, give me my money back. Shout out to my kinfolk, Soul Power. Soul Power, what's going on, great brother? I hope if you are out here on these roads that you are safe. Much love to you and your family. Yeah, you laughing, but you poking fun at me, and it ain't cool. Let me stop. So yeah, shout out to Virgil. Um, we gonna see. We gonna see where this goes with Virgil. Again, I think he's fighting Boa Chuck again next. I've been saying before Conwell got in that ring and said that he wants before he said that he wants Virgil. I've been calling for that fight. I want that fight. I don't want Boost to move up to 54 and they fight. Nah, Conwell and Virgil. But I just know Oscar is a straight punk and he's not gonna make that fight. So the next one of the issues I took on this card, Shiraz and Adames. I picked Shiraz, and I guess more crow for me to eat. Filthy, nasty, greasy bird. I picked Shiraz. I thought he had this in the bag. Blessings. Salute to 88 Sports Talk. How you doing, family? Thank you for coming in. Adames look good. Shiraz, I'm not, I went back and watched these fights 3 times, y'all. And, with each time, you see more, my feelings change. Because in the very beginning, I feel like Shiraz didn't do jack. But to be honest, he was trying to get his little jabs off here and there. He threw some combos. He did a couple of good body shots. But for what? Because he stayed on the back foot. Now, I don't want to say that R word, but he was moving. He was trying to get out of dodge. My thing with Adames, again, the overhands, the combinations, he did a very good job. But in the beginning, he had a hard time trying to feint and get inside. And it just took him basically wearing Shiraz out. And he was finally able to get within range of him. Shiraz, even though when he got in range, now Shiraz can fight in close quarters, but he wasn't. It said that his hand was broken. I can't say that I know that to be a fact. Trying to share this picture of this piece of hand, y'all, because whatever. I just whatever. It looked a little swollen. I can't lie, y'all. It looks a little swollen. It could very well be broken. Let me see. I'm eating heavy crow too. Yeah. I said Virgil was getting pressed. Man, look. Shout out to 503. He ain't no joke. Talking this shit. Oh, how you doing, Carmen Serene? Blessings to you, Queen. Thanks for coming in. Who's your boy? Is your boy Shiraz too? Cause yeah, that was too much for me. That was too much for me. Yeah, Adames looked good though. He looked a lot better than he's looked in a long time. He said he wanted to come and basically exploit Shiraz. I feel like he did that. Now the other thing that happened, and I took a lot bit of issue with, is Mr. Turkey. Now and okay, here's the thing. Turkey came. It must have been around between the 10th and 11th round. Told Shiraz he's down. He said 2 points. Maybe he meant 2 rounds. I guess had it been your coach, had it been somebody else, dude, you're throwing these fights. Just keep your little wiggly butt in the seat. Like he's always. That's why I call him Ghetto Turkey, y'all. He be doing the most. He does the freaking most. And I sit down. Shit, sit your ass down and be quiet. I'm sure his team. Well, no, his team was lying to him in the corner, y'all. I can't even front. They was telling that man he was up to like the very last round. I think they told him, but that's probably because Turkey brought his little chunky behind over there. Let's see if I can share this with y'all, cause Turkey, good lord. Yeah, here we go, Mr. Turkey, live and direct. You're losing 2 points. Ridiculousness of it all. Sit your ass down. Look, yeah, Turkey. Go sit down somewhere, dude. Not cool. Not cool to me. If again, a promoter. Yeah, because Frank Warren was over there hollering too. I wasn't mad at Frank. Turkey. I mean, we know he has people. And I ain't super mad about it. I'm just like, knock it off. That's all. That's how I feel. That's what we don't know. That's what we don't know. Nobody knows. That's to say, I'm not totally mad about it, but still, if his own trainers and coaches can't figure that out to tell him, if they don't want to be real with that man and let him know, because even like I don't listen to the volume generally on these fights ever, and it's not because I feel like they'll sway me. Because to be honest, I tune it out. Um, but it is still a distraction, and I do obviously hear some things, but I left it on this day, and Sean Porter was getting on my last nerve. They just be full of cap. I don't need people to tell me what the hell I see. That's his ambassador. Bad optics, but I ain't mad. Um, yeah, maybe that's just what it is for me. It's like I'm not mad, but cut that shit out, man. That's what his team is for. And we obviously know again that Turkey has his fighters. Hell, Deontay was his fighter. Did you come over there and holler at that corner and tell them what's going on for real? Coach Amber, wow. How you doing, beloved? It's good to see you, man. I don't even get to see you in the Queens of the Ring a lot. I guess you've been busy. I pray that you have been well and that you're blessed, Queen. Man, I'm glad to see you in here. Wow. So yeah, I feel like Adamas won that, you guys. I think that was a travesty. Another that's more so than Turkey getting his little wiggly butt up. Um, I think they robbed him. Now again, I said I watched that fight about two or maybe three more, three times, and I do feel like the more I watched, the more I did see that Hamza. My first assessment was correct. I thought Hamza didn't do nothing. He did what he did, but Adamas did way more. Adamas deserved to get that W, in my opinion. Um, I said that night, Turkey done put in the call because you done got your little butt up and you walking around and you busybodying. So yeah, I do. I feel like that Turkey had a little bit to do with that. He should have been saying only down 2 rounds. He should have just sat his little ass down. Salute, Mo. How you doing? Oh, you know what? Look, I ain't playing. I'll be eating all that right there. Mo can cook, y'all. Mo can cook, and I sure hope when he comes to the meet and greet that he's cooking with Chris Ruffin. Chris Ruffin can cook. Mo, look, I said just desserts, but man, look, you can cook. You can cook too. Hi, D man. How you doing? How you doing? Um, Coach Amber, these guys got me in the gym 6 days a week. Oh, hell. Hey, you know what? Raise them up right. Bring them up right, Coach Amber. They're in good hands. I know you're tired. But you know what? We need real good people who know how to train in there with these young people so they can come up right in this game. Don't be half stepping. I know, Soul Power. That's why I said promoters. I'm okay with that. The dude running the whole shebang. We know that's your man too. He's a Shiraz. We know he's Arab and like sit your butt down though. If Floyd do the most too though. I ain't even gonna lie. Floyd is annoying. He can sit his ass down too. And in press conferences, he can really sit down because I'm tired of him stepping on his little baby's toes. They be there to talk to the babies, and he be talking about what the hell he did. Sit yourself down, sir. That's all. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, I had a little bit more written down about the actual breakdown of that fight, but I said what I said. Adamas should have won. It should not have been a damn draw. It's questionable whether people found it to be close or not. I don't think so. I absolutely do not. I'm eating crow for that though. I did pick Shiraz. I believe too. And I might have been like talking real stupid and said knockout, but anyway. Hadley versus Stevenson. Hey, I'm happy for Shakur, and I know a lot of people feel all kinds of different ways about this particular fight. I said that Padley was going to be game, and he was. He came in there and he tried to bring his fight to Shakur. Don't give a damn about him being a damn electrician. Most of these guys are not, don't have the ability to be just boxing 24/7. That shit costs money. Pay for them camps, all that. He's an electrician. Shout out to him. They make good money. And with the 4-day notice for him to show up in shape and try to give Shakur what he had, kudos to that man. And shout out to Shakur for just sticking in there and fighting that fight. I know a lot of people were mad talking about he should knock him out sooner. I don't know what people be smoking. I don't know what they be drinking. But the last time I checked, pure boxers they ain't knocking people out like that. And people just be talking. It's super annoying. Very annoying. Floyd turns every convo. Exactly. That's super annoying. Like I said, sit yourself down, Floyd. But we ain't seen him recently, and that's probably for the best. I ain't even gonna lie. He brought the wrong fight to the wrong dog. Which fight are you talking about, D-Man? Which fight are you talking about, family? So yeah, Shakur, shout out to him, man. He came out. He stood in the pocket. For everybody want to say he's a runner. And let me be clear, I am not a Shakur fan. I'm not a Devin fan like that. Like I support these guys and I like them, but they're not my dudes. And y'all already know about little Tink Tink. I don't even just go on somewhere. Soul Power and like Patty versus Shakur. You said he brought the wrong fight to the wrong dog. Hey, he did what he could. He got up and he did what he could. But as far as Shakur goes, I don't expect Shakur to knock people out. That's not exactly. He's a pure boxer. He's a defensive pure boxer. Sorry. Cut the pillow fist stuff out. Yes, the man's hands are brittle. I feel bad for him. I told Brian Norman Sr., you need to link Shakur up with whoever Junior's doctors, because if you guys don't know, Brian Norman Jr. has broke his hands twice and had operations, but he doesn't have these same issues. But with Brian Norman Jr., he's punching. Shakur, I think he just has a case of the The Floyd hands. Just brittle. What's going on, Thomas? How you doing? Huh? A toxic grand afternoon to you, sir. Yeah, his little hands. And sometimes I wonder about some of these guys. It could just be the way you built. It could be because he's been boxing since he was little, and maybe he was punching at one time. I don't know. I don't care. Shakur did his damn thing. He was in his bag. He like I said, he came out and he stood in the pocket. Obviously, he was still being defensive, but he was not on the back foot. And Padley, to be honest, from what I've seen of Padley, he didn't. He was game, but he did not attack all the time like I seen him. But shout out to both of them. I think Shakur did his thing in round 5. I think it was. When he first started digging into the body, and he hurt his left hand. Then come round 6, yeah, a left hook, and we all know what happened to that hand. He winced really bad, and from then on, he was ginger with it, I would say, until he got Padley up out of there. Then he just started jabbing to the body. I think I did call for a TKO of that fight. I'm glad he got it, so some people can shut the hell up. And if you one of them people, don't take it personally. But leave that man alone. Damn, let him live. Let him enjoy his little TKO with his little brittle hands, y'all. Leave that man alone. Leave that man alone. Yes, like a damn mule kick from what I've been told, and I definitely believe it. And he got a fight coming up. Corey Spinks couldn't crack, but he was undisputed welterweight. I don't think you should have to be able to. Everybody ain't built like that. That's like me expecting Isak Cruz to turn into a. Oh my gosh, that little T-Rex arm thing, he ain't turning into nothing. No, he need to get his little mask fixed because that ain't no pit bull, y'all. If y'all didn't know, I'm over. I don't know. I've never been a fan of Isak Cruz, so. But shout out to Shakur, 9th round TKO. So then next, here we go. Beterbiev Parker. Beterbiev Parker. Oh, first I missed. Wait, let me back back to my guy, Agit Kabayel versus Big Bang Jang. I called for a KO. And I don't know if it was here or somewhere else. People was laughing at me. They thought shit was funny, and I'm like, just watch. This dude is a giant slayer. Shout out to Agit because he did his thing, like I knew he would. I guess people forgot what the hell he did to Magmadov. Like he's a giant slayer, man. Beautiful work. Again, like I said, he has the IQ. He knows to go to that body early. Now, to be honest, he started in the 2nd round getting busy. But and in my mind, I'm like, just wait till like round 3. But actually, it wasn't a bad thing that he started when he did. Hey, Steph Brown, it's good to see you. I'm really glad to see you. Hey, well, peace and blessings and understand. Yes, sir. Understanding. So yeah, he started in round 2. Now, what I said to Zhang, I'm not gonna say always. He typically is gonna gas in round 2 or round 3. That happened more so in round 3. But the thing with Agit going to the body in round 2, that aided even faster in him. Hey, welcome, Brother Soul Power. What's going on, family? Can I hear you?
Salute, my sis. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yep. I just wanted to be sure I could. How you doing?
Solid. How about yourself?
Good. Hey, It's your world. 'Cause I'm just in this thing. I'm just doing it.
That
Flying by
part.
the seat of my pants, the best way I do.
That part. You over here cooking. You over here cooking. I saw the link. I
Uh,
said, let me jump up.
I appreciate that always. The link is always open for all of y'all. Any of y'all that got something to say, I ain't mad at you.
So
Yes, Thomas, German power. What you got to say, fam? What's going on? You watched the fight?
now I missed this one right here. So I just got back in town. I'm actually gonna go and watch this one because
Okay.
everybody talked about this one. So I gotta go check this one out. I saw every other fight, um, but this is the one I did miss. I hit a dead zone while I was watching it, so I missed out on this one.
Yeah, if you was what going through Kansas,
Yep, you
no,
know
no, no man's
I go
land,
hit those
no
dead zones.
gas, no man's land, no trees, no nothing but air. Oh, good lord. Yeah. So, well, I'm guessing this is a spoiler for you then, to some degree. Yes.
Give their breakdown of this fight. So I'm gonna
Okay.
go into it, knowing the outcome, but I'm blind to how the breakdown of it.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yep.
So Agit, man, he's consistent. That's what I can say, and I think I've said that about him. He's very consistent in the work he does. He's gonna go to the body, and then he's gonna attack your head, and he'll work the levels, and he knows how to move. And dude is big. Every time you see him, his body is not like the best. Well, I guess what you would consider to be in shape, but thank you, Canelo Highguard. I think, thank you. He's not always in the best of shape, but he is conditioned very well. He moves very well. He don't have no problems being one of those heavyweights that people be like, oh, he's flabby. Nah, the guy moves great. He just did a work. I don't like it, man. Maybe I shouldn't say that in regards to boxing. He did a thing, and I think he got him out there in the fifth round, a knockout. I'm trying to read my notes. Maybe I didn't even write no notes on that because it ended quickly. But yeah, he got him out of there. I think it's the fifth round knockout. Again, the same thing he always does, being consistent, going to that body. And I was telling my husband, I'm like, man, it don't look like this dude hits hard, and he's like, he's hitting him. He hits hard. It just don't look like it, but he puts in work. He lets his hands go. Um, Let me see. Okay, still. So yeah, shout out to Agit, on to Bacoli, and let me see who else. Somebody else came in the room. Oh, stuff. Hey, what you know? What you know? Good. How you doing?
What you
Good.
know, good baby? How you doing?
What you know? Good. How you?
Nah, man,
I know you see me, Spike.
What's cracking?
what's cracking, cuz? You know what it is, yada.
Yada da. You already know.
Yeah, I see the beautiful.
Now
I see
maybe
the.
I had to put
Yes, sir, I see the beautiful chocolate sister here had to come support the queen. You feel me?
You came to
that
antagonize
part.
me, didn't you?
No, no, I'm not, sis. No, I'm not, sister. I'm here. I'm here for some milk and cookies. That's all, baby. That's all I'm here
Oh
for.
well, look. I want to know what you think because I know you saw the fights.
Oh yeah, for sure. Which one to start with?
I mean, you can speak to any of them. I just did the Agit versus Z- against Zhang. How did you have that
Hmm.
before?
Yeah, I didn't know too much about Ajit. But I did watch him when he fought. What Martin? Was it Martin or what fight was it?
Merzataliev, maybe.
No, what was it? I'm sorry. Give me a quick second. It was. Come on, cuz. Don't do me like this.
It's okay. Let me see. I'm trying to get over there too to help you out. Brother.
I'm sorry, Frank Sanchez. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I recently saw when he fought Frank Sanchez, and he did the same thing to Frank, you know, with the body work. A
Yep.
lot of heavyweight fighters, they don't work on body work no more. Everybody's head hunting, or they get punch each other in the chest. Nobody does the body work. And Edge, he kind of he fights like a middleweight. You know what I mean? He's gonna work the body. He's gonna work the head. He got fast hands, and he seemed like he has a solid chin. Even though he got dropped by Big Bang Jang, you know, Big Bang Jang, he said he had to bang you. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. So he dropped Ajit. Ajit got up and went to work, and he won the fight due to the pure body work. You
Yeah,
had yeah, he had my man huffing and puffing and looking like his back was hurting and everything. So no, he gonna be a problem for sure.
I forgot about the knockdown. I forgot about the knockdown, and the thing I
Mhm.
felt about the knockdown was that it was just like not necessarily a slip or a mishap, but the thing is, I think he had just delivered a right hook, and um, Jane just happened to catch him with a left hook in returning. So it
Mhm.
was legit, obviously, but yeah, it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing to a hustler, nothing to a player. He got back up, like you said.
Mhm.
And again, all that work he did, it tired him out even more than Jane usually is. That's another thing about working the body. Tire your
Yeah.
opponent out, weaken their legs and their chin. Hey,
Oh
Steph
yeah.
Brown, how you doing, King?
I'm good, ma'am. I'm good. What y'all talking about?
You know what we talking about.
Boxing?
You know what it is over here. Yes, sir. I know you've
No,
been over there.
I missed it, working my way in here, so I didn't know exactly what we were talking about. Which fight is this? Or we still on?
That was a geek versus Yang that I was talking about.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh look,
Emergency.
look. I love heavyweight boxing. I'm a big heavyweight guy. That's probably my favorite part about boxing.
Mm.
But these dudes, I mean, if you weigh more than 220 pounds to me, that's too much. Get your fat ass out of here, man. Like, optimum weight should be between 206, 215, and 220, the most to me, in my opinion.
I'm
I
not
get
mad at
that through the last 25, 30 years, these guys have jumped up, or we've had outliers like a George Foreman in times past. But I mean, that's too big. You got to shape. You can't go more than 4 rounds, 3 rounds in some cases. So, congrats to Ajat. That was a good performance. He did what he needed to do. Dig to the body and throw elbows and be nasty with a bully in there like Zhang, for someone who doesn't care about bringing professionalism to the plate. So at the end of the day, we weren't surprised, and I was wrong. I thought Zhang was at least be able to lay the smaller man out, but it didn't go that way. He's just not professional.
you.
So
Did give your picks on this channel, huh?
I did. I think it's the only one I did. I think
Okay,
it's the only channel I did.
I
Um,
appreciate you.
and you know what, Shao? I, I wasn't impressed with Saturday's card. I really wasn't.
I gave it a
Uh,
C, really.
I'm about to really be a big pest, big pest right here. I
Nope,
thought it was bad. I thought all of it was bad. Actually, most of it.
I'm
I
not
thought
mad at you.
what saved it was the main event and uh, who was Virgil. Virgil did his thing, even though that was kind of rough. But he did his thing. But other than that, it was bad to me. My dad hit me up out of nowhere, and he's a big Martin Bacoli fan back home in Dallas, and he was rooting and talking a lot of crap to me, and I was trying to drop some information on him and let him know that, like, hey man, that dude is not in fighting shape, so don't be surprised if he loses. And we saw how that ended up. So yeah, I thought the replacement matches were pretty bad. I thought both guys, if you really want to award them, I would have told Joseph Parker, hey man, you got next at Usyk.
I haven't
Sit
gotten
down
there
somewhere.
yet. I haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
That's okay. But I did do Padley and Shakur. So how did you feel about that?
It was ass. Um, Everything about it. If I was Shakur, yeah. When that got announced last Tuesday that he wasn't gonna fight Schofield, I
Mhm.
said I think we were in many chats together. I said he shouldn't fight. I wouldn't even fight. Wouldn't even waste my time. And then ensuing what happened afterward, it was interesting to hear that he didn't call up a Joe Cordina or someone of that ilk, but you called an electrician, and I know
Don't
he
do
shouldn't
that.
be listening to folks like myself talk bad about him or criticize him, but I mean, that's what you got, man. And for me, that's right up your alley, man. That's what you've been
Yeah.
fighting for the last, as much as I've been watching you, that's what you've been doing. You've been
Wow.
fighting dudes like that.
Okay, Steph. Look, this is what I said about him. Don't knock that man's profession. A lot of these boxers have
I'm not.
day jobs,
I'm
right?
not. I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, I'm saying the level of competition that's right up his alley. Same thing with Schofield. Like when that got announced, I like my eyebrows raised, and I was like, right up his alley. He would fight someone like him. You talk differently, but this is what you do, man. You fight guys like that.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that totally. But I was still happy with the fight, and I'm glad he got to get in there. He's been having issues getting fights,
And
and I
one more
do know
thing,
he's
Shower.
ducked some people, in my opinion. So I'm glad he got to get in there, though.
Yeah. But one more thing. Explain this hand stuff to me, because that's really new news to me. I remember, from what I know about Shakur's hands, he pulled out of his last fight because of the hands, right?
Uh huh.
And then what is that? 4 months later, if that, you're
Yeah.
back in the ring and you're fighting a replacement again.
You
To
know
me,
what?
Shower, there was nothing ever wrong with your hands, man. Like,
I thought that. Okay, look, when I saw him fight Edwin, you guys, I said that I was at the fight, and I didn't hear the corner. So when I got home, the first thing I did was listen. Between the eighth and ninth round, um, his grandfather asked him, "Is there something wrong with your hand?" And he said, "No." But I cannot negate the fact that the man did not really throw that left hand. So he had his right hand operated on, I do believe, but both hands are messed up. I do believe he broke this one. No, the last time he broke it in sparring. Correct, Joe? It was sparring or something. He fell. He hit somebody in the
Some
stomach.
something like that. Yeah, he said he
Yeah,
hurt in the sparring. Yeah.
but it was already not healed. That's why I said he needs to find someone who can properly work on his hand.
and sit your behind down somewhere, man, and get 100% healed. Man.
I
Like
agree with that.
that's what you need to do, rather than hop in and out of fights and then pull out of fights, and then you end up that was what goes around comes around. Like, you pulled out of a fight, and then your guy pulls out of a fight, you get a replacement. But regardless of all that, to me, Shawa, panel, Shakur don't put his punches together. And what I mean by that is that everyone raves and goes crazy about his defense because he can get in and out of situations, but that's kind of just the problem. You get into problems and you also get out of problems, but it's what you're doing when you get there. He does nothing, and you're saying he's a little frantic of not throwing that hand for whatever reason. Like, you're not doing anything. And then I remember watching him in that Conceição fight. Yeah, he was hitting that guy, but it was all pity pat. And I remember looking at him, he was complaining to his grandpa, whining and going on. Oh, like, dude, because you're not putting your punches together. It's either that or like, and I'm not really worried about if you ain't got no power or not, but man, you ain't doing it, man. You're not doing nothing. You're not doing anything.
I can
man.
see what you're saying. I can see what you mean.
And like, I for one, I'm just tired of guys like that. I'm tired. Like, he's not the only one. Like, just so sick of this. Sick
No,
of dudes like
you
that, man.
sound like you are just, and you said it earlier, you're kind of down on boxing, and I was about to say, I get it. I get it. Because my husband's like that. He don't watch. I mean, I'll get him to watch certain fights, and he's just be like, eh. But he used to Love
And
it.
then got the audacity to talk about Tank Davis. You're not on that level, sir, young sir. You're not.
Look,
You're
don't
not. You're,
start coming in here talking about Tink.
you're not. Yeah, I'm sorry, sir. He's not close. He's not even on. He's not even near Tank Day. I'm
Well,
sorry, man.
Steph, I need him to prove. I need Tank to prove that and stop with the bullshit.
Well, neither is Lamont Roach. He's fighting Lamont Roach. So
Yeah, that's just as bad as I
Well,
was about to say Schofield.
well, that's
And
fine. That's fine because none of the top guys fight top guys. I was just bringing up Tank because that's who people compare him to. That's his contemporary,
I
right?
don't
He's
think that.
chasing him,
Yeah, they
right?
don't compare. They want to see them both prove themselves. I don't think they necessarily compare them to each other, but it's a fight that we need to see. It doesn't need to go by the wayside like Devin and Tank did. And see, I don't
Tank
really like to talk about Tank because he plays too many damn games, and
Tank
people
need to
just
go on
discording
up to
that bull.
47, man. He can do it right. He could have done it last year. He could have done it the year before that too. Like all, like I said, all these dudes, question marks, all of them, every last one of them.
See, now you're talking more of my talk because I felt away when Shakur ran from Oshaki and Cordina from 30 up to 35 and then turned back around and said, "Oh, I could have made that extra pound." Really, dude? Then why didn't you keep your little monkey butt down there and just look? Let's finish with these fights. So you didn't
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the
My
family
bad.
fight.
My bad. I was
Um,
getting crazy right there.
with you and Joe, then I'll start with Joe because he's next to me on the screen here. Ortiz and Madrimov, Joe. What you think? Joe
oh,
may
oh,
not.
what's fight? What's fight queen?
Ortiz and Madrimov.
Man, that was a good fight. I was waiting to see. Everybody was hyping up Jamal. They said that he had a good showing against Bud, so they're saying that he should step on Virgil. And I didn't see it. I seen Jamal do a lot of moving around, kind of peeking in, popping the shots or whatnot. And I seen Virgil, he was definitely getting frustrated. But then eventually Virgil figured him out, was countering him. He hit him with a lot of good hard shots. And
Mm-hmm.
Virgil was just stepping on him. Magimal was pretty much on the go pretty much the whole time. Around the 7th to 8th round, he started to get tired, and then Ortiz was able to attack him more. You know what I mean? So, you know, there was a lot of question marks about him. If he's a built fighter, which he might be, but Majimal is the same guy. His claim to fame is that he went the distance with Bud, and everybody thought that he beat Bud. So, and then he stepped on him, and he solidified himself as a top fighter in that division. So, shout out to him. But yeah, I definitely think he won the fight, and I don't know what Majimal is going to do because his claim to fame to go the distance with Bud is over with now. So.
Yeah.
You lost to Virgil Ortiz, so now you got to figure out what's your next move. And as far as Virgil, some say he should fight Bud. Some say he should fight EJ next, because EJ needs a fight, and folks say that will be a big fight in Texas. But either
Yeah.
way, shout out to Virgil because a lot of folks say he wasn't doing much, but I see him swinging hella hard, like really trying to put in work and really pressing the gas.
He is since he
Virgil,
came back.
yeah, Virgil was in phenomenal shape, by the way. Nobody talked about his shape. 'Cause I know he has the little issue, his health issues or whatnot, but
Rhabdo,
he
right?
showed he showed up and he was ready to work. So shout out to Virgil.
Shout out to him. Go ahead and cook, Steph. Shout out Michael Ray the second.
Yeah, shouts Virgil. I thought he would win, and that looked exactly like a Virgil fight. He's usually ready when he comes into his fights, and it may take him 3 to 4 rounds to kind of get settled in. But
Mhm.
after those 3 or 4 rounds go by, he tends to just sell out and just let it all hang out, and he just starts coming for you. Starts throwing any type of shots, and he will go down on the shield, and that's what happened. That's why they both kind of looked like that at the end of the fight. Now, Magimov, like Joe said, he kind of came in with a lot of hype because he showed a good showing against one of the better fighters in Bud. But like Stormy said, I don't think he completely wasn't warmed up or he just wasn't all the way there when he got there to fight night, because it took him damn near to the end of the fight to really kind of get in there. But by then it was too late,
Mm.
and plus he got tired. All that moving around on the pogo stick. So wasn't surprised, but it was a good showing. And that's how Virgil fights, man. He's got holes in his game, but I think he's in good hands with Robert Garcia, because Robert seems to be the only one who can kind of calm him down and get him to work in certain segments. And they'll live with that. So it is what it is, man. That's how Virgil gets down, man. He's a come forward guy. So good showing by both guys, but glad Virgil got the W. Well deserved.
Yep, I agree. They did say that Madrimov was supposedly another person who was ill, but he decided to fight. I honestly do not believe that is why he looked the way he looked. Like I was saying earlier before you got here, I just had to be honest. Madrimov is kind of wild. He's not really, when I call a fighter measured, I mean like they are together. They're not swinging wild. They're not just doing things out of the north. Like they're very traditional. Like traditionally, they stick to how to move as a fighter. They're not unorthodox, right? With him, he's like that. If you go look at his fights, he's a wild child. Like there's some fights where he's way looser than he is. Like when he fought Bud, I think that was the most conformed that I've seen him. Otherwise, that man be doing like flying, leaping punches, and like he's wild. He's a wild child, looping shots all the time.
I agree, Shar.
Yeah.
Man, you said it right. Yeah, you got it. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. You're right. In most of his fights, he kind of throws punches like a kickboxer. Looping,
and
like
he is from another.
He is actually. He does have a kickboxing background, but how he even like kind of encloses his short shots, or how he shortens them up, and then like you just said, when he fought Bud, that was the most controlled, faint, most controlled he's ever looked,
and patient, because usually he's not always patient, but he does wait too long, and he did do that with Ortiz. He waited too long to capitalize. There's a lot of downtime on him attacking. And in the sense that you're the one who's on the back foot, you're the one being elusive, and you should be stab jabbing. You should be coming in and getting your shots off, picking your shots if you are going to try to hit and not get hit. He was just doing a lot of, like you said, he's on his pogo stick. Yeah, he didn't want to mix it up. But I know why. Like I said earlier, he did not want to let Virgil get set. Because who would? Who wants Virgil to get set so he could crack you? We all know Virgil coming with. How you doing, KG? It's good to see you, King. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. There's a link if you want it. Okay, guys. So, Buatsi and Smith. How do you guys feel about that one? I think you picked Callum, didn't you?
Did I?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
I never. First off, the fight sucked, Shower. I'm not big on British boxing. Sometimes they surprise me, but that's what you get. What we saw between those two guys, usually when you watch British boxing. That's just me.
It was a good fight.
But so much was missing from it. Like Joshua Buatsi, he's had such a slow trek to get to 20 fights. He missing all them rounds, and it definitely shows. He just looks lost. And then, especially when he gets this guy hurt, or he looks surprised when he actually hit people.
I said that he don't know how to capitalize when he has his opponent hurt, and he hurt him several times to the body, and just.
And then Callum.
I was like, good Lord. Ugh.
And then Callum, I don't know. He just right there in the middle with everybody. He's not necessarily too bad. He's not really that good either.
He used to be better, but he's taken a couple of beatings, and literally two. Yeah.
And he fights lazy to me a little bit. So
Mm.
I was really in and out of that fight. I was like, man, whatever.
God.
Working in the background. So
Okay.
that's what I thought about that.
Okay. How about you, Joe? Did you see that particular matchup?
Well, actually, during that fight, I went to go get my Jamaican food, my oxtails, rice and peas, and plantanos. So I missed that fight.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So yeah, I ain't see it, but can I
okay.
tell you about what I thought about the Shakur fight?
Huh?
Can
Oh,
I
I
tell you
didn't
what I
hear
thought about
that.
the Shakur fight?
Yeah, I'm sorry if I missed you. Yeah, of
No,
course.
you good. No, you good, sister. You all good, sister. You good. Um, yeah, with the Shakur fight, a lot of folks are critical of Shakur and felt like, he's fighting an electrician. This should be easy work or whatnot. Everybody up there is a professional. That guy wasn't no scrub. The guy obviously stays in the gym because he showed up in shape. He was ready to go. They called him for a reason because he was ready to come and put up a good showing. Is he on Shakur's level? Definitely not. But he was game bred and he was ready to go. So even though his profession makes him be an electrician, but he's also a professional fighter as well. So shout out to Padley for showing up and being ready to fight.
I agree.
And he was the kind of fighter that made Shakur be engaged. Shakur, there's a lot of question marks on him. He want to know how's his hand going to hold up. I know he had some good sparring with Bud and Sean Porter and also Andre Ward.
Yeah.
So he wanted to see how his hand was going to hold up. And kind of what he was going to do. And when somebody you haven't fought before, you have hardly any tape on him. He didn't go to training camp for this guy. He went to training camp for Austin. And Austin, did whatever he did. So he took a couple rounds to figure him out. My thing with Shakur was I wanted him to step on the gas more because yeah, he is somebody that's not on your level, and you should have stepped on the gas and put your combinations together. But I can see Shakur in there trying to figure it out, trying to see what's going on, maybe feel his power to see what he got, and then when he was ready, stepped on the gas. So shout out to Shakur for he played with his food for a little bit, but then eventually he cleaned his plate. He did to him what he was supposed to do. Whether if he did it in round 3, 5, or whatever, he did it in round 7 to 8. He still got him out the way. So the fact that he hurt his hand, that's something that he's going to talk to Floyd about. What you say he was going to do. He's still a young fighter, so the fact that he's having hands problems this early in his career, he's gonna have a long. If he wants to continue boxing, he's gonna have to really figure that out. He might have to stay in Las Vegas where he can get those injections and all that kind of stuff. But with Shakur showing, but a lot of folks saying, he should have beat an electrician. How he's easy work for Tank. Well, Tank likes easy work, so then Shakur and Tank should be a hard fight to make.
Look, I agree with what you said about definitely about Padley. Padley was game. I did like that as well. I said that. Playing with his food, I don't know. Okay, maybe because you waited so long that you messed around and hurt yourself. When again, just like I said in the very beginning, if these guys will just start investing in the body early, and obviously I think you should work levels. You should, and I think he did okay with combinations. Even with what Steph was saying, I think he did. I think he did well. He definitely has put some combinations together more than we've seen him do. And since what Herring,
Yeah.
maybe like
I mean, to your credit, sister, the body shots were nasty too. I mean,
oh man,
those body shots was nasty.
But
he
You
you
know
know
what I
what
mean?
though,
So
fam? Shakur will only take a shot if it's clear cut there. That's what I meant
yeah,
when I
well,
said
you're
where.
supposed to. That's
But
capitalizing,
that's what I.
right?
But shower, man, that's what I meant when I said he gets into trouble and out of trouble. But he doesn't do anything with it unless it's clear that he'll do it.
Well, dang
So
it,
for
Steph,
so
he
for me,
did
that.
it.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying he did do it, and he ended punching with the broken hand to the body, and that's why I was like, damn, kudos to this man. I know that hand was hurting, and he was stabbing to the body. Like, look, he did what he had to do. I'm not
His hand's fine, shower. His hand.
Nah, stop
It's
it.
not broken. Nah, he did a full interview with Radio Raheem sitting there with nothing. In fact, holding the surgical hand and the microphone in his hand. He's fine. Like, That stuff is just out of nowhere. His hands. Are we serious? No, I'm not giving him that pass, y'all.
Well,
Y'all can,
okay.
but I'm not giving that.
What I will not do ever with anybody. Hey, DP Rocket. I just had to say that. I ain't ever gonna argue with you guys because, I feel the way I feel, and you guys will feel the way you feel. I think he did a good job. Let's see. And Mike says, but he could have stopped Padley 2 rounds early. I agree. So maybe that's where they're coming in, playing with your food. And which round did he stop him in again?
The 9th.
Okay, so he had already hurt the hand by then. Uh-oh. KG, look, the link is there, fam. The link is there. Oh, you might be tied up. You might be busy. But yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Shakur. I think he did a great job. Shout out to him.
I'm not mad at him either.
I
just
know
think
you're not.
okay. That's all.
Yeah, I know you're not. But I know also how you just feel about boxing right about now too. So I get it.
Yeah, no,
I get it.
that's true.
So Shiraz and Adames. I'll start with Joe.
Shiraz and Adamas. Oh man. Here we go. Did Turk rigged the fight or not? Yeah, I wasn't too impressed with Shiraz. Now I heard that supposedly he had some hand issues too. But yeah, no, during the fight, yeah, he'll throw a 1-2, then he'll kind of sit there. He actually rocked Adamas a couple times, and then he just never followed up. He kind of just 1-2 and came back. So I don't know, was that hand issues or maybe because you're just not a complete fighter yet. But Adamas, I feel like he dominated most of the fight. He was coming forward. He was pressing the fight. He was hitting them with counters. What I mean? And Shiraz had no answers to him. So that's where him being a complete fighter comes in. And I don't know what his corner was telling them, but
He was
they had
winning.
no answers. Yeah.
They were. They literally were telling us that.
You got. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. I had it on mute. But yeah, and then obviously Big Turk comes over and says you're down by 2 rounds. So that's why a lot of folks feel like the fight was rigged. So and Shiraz is his guy. Just if you're on a PBC card and you find Tank Davis, Tank is gonna be that guy. So that's just how it is. And we gotta remember Big Turk. He's not a promoter. He's just a boxing fan with a lot of money who's making these fights happen. So I feel like Adamas won. I don't think it was a tie, but if they do a rematch, with a guy like Shiraz who may have the backing of a Big Turk, you're going to have to make it a lot more convincing. So, but it was a good fight, but I thought Adamas won the fight.
Me too. I did not like the draw. Go ahead, Steph. How did you feel about that fight?
Steph's gonna say he hated the worst thing he ever saw in his life.
Nah. I sat there and watched that, right, Joe? And what do you know? On this show, Joe, I called Adamas to win that. And I said then, and I'll say it again now, Adamas, I know he was going to be better in there by just a little more experience, but just the style that he brings with the pressure and trying to get off some power shots, that he was going to be able to do that more so. And my evidence to prove that would be that just because there was a lot of hype with Shiraz coming in. Shiraz either had cold feet or, like you're saying, Joe, not a complete fighter, man, because he didn't know what to do with any and all of that. But his excuse was that he had a hurt hand.
Yeah.
And a fan like me would bounce back with that and be like, well, then you're not on the elite level. You can't mess with the top guys yet. And here you are, you had your first title chance and you did nothing with it. So it looked it and sounded exactly how it did. He wasn't ready yet. And they did, I don't want to say rob, they just didn't give it to Adamas.
Yeah.
They just didn't give it to him, which is really, really sad. It's messed up.
It is messed up.
He outperformed that guy. He really did. He took him to school, as our elders would say.
Yeah, and Adamas said he was going to expose him. He did exactly that. Yeah. I was saying earlier, I watched that fight 2 or 3 times, and going back and watching it, I do see where Shiraj he tried, but I did now. I didn't say this. I did see something in his eyes to me, and it was a little fear. It was a little bit of
Yeah, exactly.
not. I don't even want to say apprehension because it did look more like what the hell am I dealing with right here, or how do I? And it was a lot of moving around, a lot of circling around, and Adamas stayed on him. Adamas combinations when he could get them in. And like I was saying in the beginning, he couldn't feint his way to the inside because Shiraz did have that jab going. Like he was working that jab like somebody's trying to kill him.
But you know what, Shy? What you got to do with taller fighters, and I always say this because Lubin reminded me of it when he fought Fundura. Even though he lost that brutal fight, he had a major success because he started punching up. He started punching upward. And that's what Adonis started doing with some of his power shots. And I think
Hmm.
that's what made Shiraz be honest. He was like, oh shit, he's like, I
Yeah, I
don't know
think he
when this
felt
guy's
his
gonna
power.
come in.
I think he felt his power where with ammo fight. I think he felt it, but ammo just didn't.
And
I don't know if ammo couldn't. I don't want to say that name
Animal's
'cause you
not
said
good,
you don't
Shy.
like him. Stop it.
Animal's not
Stop
good.
it.
I'm sorry. He's not good.
Well, yeah, okay.
He's not good.
Stop it,
Well,
Joe.
Like, get that out of here. Get him out of here
well,
Ah,
too. He's not good. I'm trying to tell you.
I say what's frustrating about guys like Shiraz and guys like the Tower Inferno, they're so tall and they have that reach. That reach is the biggest thing they got. There's no way somebody like Adamas should be able to get into Shiraz's chest. But they all want to fight in the pocket. They all want to be close. They all don't extend their hands out to get them off them. They all just kind of fight in like this little telephone booth, you know. But you get a guy like David Benavidez to where he not only he uses his reach, but also he does both. Because normally David is either a little taller or he has a longer reach, and David knows how to put together combinations, use his reach, but then also when you get tied up, get up out of it. So,
mhm.
Shiraz can look at some more tape on David Benavidez, maybe even spar with him. I think he should be a better fighter because that's somebody he can mimic. You know
Look,
what I mean? So,
Rod can fight on like he can fight on the inside. So I don't know what exactly is going on. Like I said, I think he was shook. To be honest, I think he saw Adamas come at him the way he did, and I feel like he was shook. That look in his eyes. He was so very serious about stay the hell away from me that he was moving, and like I said, he was throwing that jab like Jason was coming at, like he was afraid. He was afraid that Adamas was gonna put a hurt on him. That's just how I saw that with my eyes. Did you say his IQ? Oh, it's underrated. Oh, I was about to say, man, I know that's gonna say overrated. I was gonna have to cut you, Kyle. Yeah, I think it is as well. I think it is as well. And Shiraz, to be honest, I don't think he's a bad fighter. But what I have said, I do think he's a weight bully. And the weight bully got bullied. How you doing, KG?
man, as soon as KG
Welcome
come
in,
on, I
KG.
gotta go. Man, I
Man,
gotta
yeah, be
slide.
gone then, man. Be
Man,
gone. Go- Be
hey,
gone
brother.
then, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't
No,
try to
you
leave.
got
You,
to do
you
that
you couldn't
too.
stay a while and just greet your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm here. I know I got 2 minutes. What's going on, brother? It's good to
Have a
see you.
seat,
Good day,
man. You know
brother.
what I'm saying? Take,
Happy
take your
Monday,
jacket
cuz.
off,
Happy
man. Stay a
Monday to
while.
you.
Um, but what's going on? Salute to the chat. Shout out to Miss Shower. I finally made it over.
I'm so happy to have
Yeah.
you
I finally
here.
made it over, and I had to
Yeah, bring
navigate with
some
this restream.
professionalism to the panel. What's going on, panel?
Not much. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all talking about the least memorable fight that was on the card. You know what I'm saying?
Look, I made it all the way up to almost Bacoli. Like we were almost there, but then people jumped on, and I'll go back. I'll talk about it.
No. You ain't gotta go back. You know what I'm saying? We can go to roll with it, but I touch on the Shakur thing. I don't know what people are expecting. You know what I'm saying? I think they're expecting his mouth to match. You know what I'm saying? What he does in the ring,
Mm.
and his mouth is not going to match that solely because this is boxing. I'm supposed to kind of bump my gums. I'm supposed to, you know what I'm saying, ruffle your feathers. I'm supposed to tell you I'm going to do this to you. I'm supposed to do that. But at the same time, based on what I train for, I do that for me because I got to safeguard myself. And with Shakur being overly active, with, you know what I'm saying, being defensive, you can't expect him to step on the gas. You know what I'm saying? Especially him knowing his body, knowing his hands. if I throw X amount of punches, which exceeds my normal output, I stand the risk of raising the risk of hurting myself. Why do it
Mhm.
when I'm clearly winning this round? So I'm not playing. I have a real genetic flaw. My hands ain't the greatest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I gotta kind of damn, you know what I'm saying, pick and choose when I want to really, really use them. And as that fight went on, he was setting Padley up for the breakdown.
I think he did very well. I
Yeah,
said that earlier.
I wasn't disappointed at all. You know what I'm saying? I saw Shakur. That's what I saw. And then we saw Shakur get a stoppage that we haven't seen in years. So
Yes. Also, I say I'm happy for him for
so
that.
everybody that had criticism, I'm like, damn, he gave y'all what y'all said he couldn't do, regardless of who it was against. Because imagine if he had did that against Kid Schofield also, because I believe he was going to distribute work to the body, because that whole card, to me, that theme was body work. The whole,
It
yeah,
really was. Okay, and look how he went out. I just said that right before you came on. The man went out many stab jabs to the body, hard stab jabs with the broken hand or with the hurt hand. I'm gonna
mm-hmm.
say it's broken, but that hand is clearly hurt. There's something wrong with the
Yeah,
freaking.
it ain't got to be broken. It could be sprained. It could be, you know what I'm saying? You could have a monocarpal damn just ball. You know, so you could have any kind of bruise. You could any kind of bruising. And me looking at his hands, out of all the boxes I've been around, his hands do look like the weakest. He look like he got little old man hands. Like he gonna have Arthur
Oh
dancing
my
all through those knuckles
goodness.
when he gets
Stop it,
old.
Sam. He do, and then
Yeah,
now he got that big ass middle
yeah, he got
knuckle
old man
boy with
hands.
the
You know what I'm
cut
saying?
on. Like, ooh,
Like I've boxed, but my hands ain't the most brutalist. But I've seen guys. But
your
then
hands
I've
look fine compared to. I'm
and
saying.
then you see my picture with Deontay Wilder. My fist is bigger than Deontay Wilder's, but his is
Mm.
more defined. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't judge that. I judge a person on how they throw their punch. They throwing proper punches, because if you can execute throwing proper punches, I've seen guys with some of the biggest knuckles throw slapping punches, don't know how to turn punches over. So it makes no difference if you don't know how to utilize them.
Do you feel like he threw any slapping punches in that fight, or didn't turn some of them over? Well,
After the hand started hurting, some of those punches probably turned to slaps.
I try to look. I didn't really see him. He looked like he went a little ginger on a few of them, but
Yeah.
because at first he did not throw the left, but then he started maybe about 2 rounds, because it started like the fifth round. He definitely heard it. Sixth round is when everybody visibly saw it,
Hmm.
but about two, yeah. Then he started throwing it. He started
Yeah.
throwing it, and like I said, he ended up throwing the mess out of that thing to the body. And he threw some to the head, some hooks to the head. So I was like, okay, Shakur going to work through that pain. I definitely think he hurt it though.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie.
And a lot of people discredit Padley, but at the same time,
Didn't.
I ain't seen not the first drop of footage on this guy.
I have.
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
I've
no,
seen him
not
fight.
me. No, no, not me. I'm talking about Shakur. Same thing,
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he
he
said he don't have a problem because he's used to that.
that's what I'm saying. So he was like, and that's true. That's like the Amis. You don't know who you fighting. I
He
go to a
didn't
lot of
seem
those showcases.
concerned.
Those guys don't know who they fighting. They
Yeah,
don't
he
know if they
didn't seem
got
concerned.
they're tall, short. They don't know none of that. They don't know if they fighting a southpaw. A lot of those guys get thrown out there and they're like, oh, I ain't know I was fighting a southpaw. They
And I'm not sure, but they said in the amateurs also you see all different kinds of styles. So
you
we
see
know
all
Shakur been
looks.
fighting for a long time, and he knows. I mean, yeah, we all
You
have our
see all
feelings
looks. The
about
longer
Shakur
you're
though and what
there,
he's done.
the
So
more looks you get to see.
yeah,
It may be amateurish and it may be at a novice level, but you see
mm,
different looks. You see multiple looks, and then when you get to the pros, you see a more advanced version of those looks. You just you gotta go back to those thoughts and try to, you know what I'm saying, recant that and tie it
right.
to the game plan that's been laid out.
Muscle memory may kick in depending on how many amateur fights you've had too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so since Joe Townsend then took off, I'm gonna put him in the trash can,
Damn.
y'all. So I was coming up on Parker versus Bacoli. Again, like I said though, if you would like to say anything about the other fights, because I am almost to the end here of the particular card.
Well, you know I'm on the beltway today, so
Oh, okay,
yeah. So I'm gonna be really giving it, you know what I'm saying, giving all everything over there. So I'm
okay.
just touch and go over here, filling in the gaps that everything I missed over the weekend with you.
Well, Parker came in at 267. It's the largest he's been,
Hmm.
and he was said he was carb loading for Triple D, and I kind of thought so. I was like, ah, when I saw how big he was, I'm like, he must be getting big for Daniel, and I didn't know that it was a good idea then. But lo and behold, 2 days before the fight, we saw uh, Triple D got sick, supposedly a viral infection, went to a doctor in Saudi and took some type of antihistamine, is from what I read. And the BBB of C said, no, you ain't gonna be able to do it. So they put him out. And in steps Bacoli, 2 days notice, 300 dang pounds with some tight jeans on, some skinny jeans.
What is jeans, man? Damn, let the man live.
Because it
That's what
looked
he want to wear.
no 300 pounds. How you even squeeze 300 pounds? I don't even want to know how you did that. Some grease and God knows what else.
He got
Animal,
capris on,
animal
man.
fat.
You
So
think he finer
animal
than your
fat.
woman?
He said the women like him in it. They love when he rolls his hips when he wears the skinny jeans. They love
He
it.
think he
This
Let
one
them
finer than
don't.
love it.
them, KG.
This
Shit.
one don't. Maybe the African women do. More
Yeah, they
power
must
to
love
them.
it. I don't knock no other guy on how he get women. You know what I'm saying? So the skinny
Nah,
jeans
nah.
and
He
his rolling
got a
hips get it
wife.
for him.
He got a wife.
I still get my share.
He got a
Yeah.
wife, KG. We
Shout out to those
know. We
women.
know what time you on. He got a wife. Look, he might be trying to get a second or third one, but
Maybe.
I ain't mad at him.
Stupid.
I ain't mad at him. Let me see. Wow, really? So I was wrong. I thought he ducked the Parker smoke just like he did Kid Austin. Oh,
Wait, what?
he thought he
You meant
ducked.
someone else, right?
No,
He
I'm reading.
said
I
he
was reading
dug
what
that
Powerhouse said.
Parker.
Yeah, that didn't. He ducked the Parker smoke like he did Kid Austin. You mean Padley? No, I don't know. I don't know what
Yeah,
that means exactly. Powerhouse.
He said,
yeah. I think he
he
meant
said,
someone else.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, Bacoli comes in short notice. Uh, oh, 300 dang pounds. Now, earlier we were talking about the heavyweights, and it was you, Steph, that was saying that you feel like they're too big. I also, I also think there should be a cap, you guys, because some of these guys are just jang. Like it's just nasty. I go do sumo wrestling. Literally, that's how I feel. Go take your little funk. I ain't gonna say funk. Take your ass to do sumo wrestling because it just seems like it's outrageous. And then you're out of shape, like Jay. 2 to 3 rounds, you're gassed. We're not getting the good quality heavyweight fights, in my opinion. But then you got somebody like a Geet who's always got this layer of fat, but dude is conditioned very well. So that tells me he probably does still run. Obviously he got to be running. His lungs is open because he don't get tired. He works the body and everything consistently and no pause. So these guys are just big and nasty for no reason. They're not working out. Bacoli, you know what? Okay, I will say this about Bacoli being 300 pounds and his previous fight. I can't remember how big exactly he was, but he's a big dude, right?
I think
Um,
he was like 270, somewhere
okay,
up in there.
he
Yeah.
does still.
It was about 40 pounds less than what he came in. 40, almost 50 pounds less than what he came in.
Okay, well, he does still move well. He does have fast hands to me. I do not absolutely do not think he fights like nobody's Foreman. I'm sorry, I don't. I can see where some of the similarities may lie, but the man is he thinks he's slick. He thinks he's a slick heavyweight fighter. He's coming from down with that crossbody. Like, no. Bacoli, shout out to him. Shout out to him for taking that fight. Shout out to Parker for accepting Bacoli, who everybody think is the boogeyman. I don't know that I think but I don't know that I think Bacoli was gonna get Parker out of there if Parker kept moving, kept being defensive, and kept throwing that damn right that he threw, that overhand right. He kept throwing it, and it finally landed. It grazed. People said they didn't see it. I saw it. It hit
Yeah, I
that man
seen
on the
it.
top of his
Yeah.
head, and down went Bacoli's big booty. So look, shout out to Parker. I had him beating him. I don't know if it was by knockout, y'all, but I did have him beating him, so I got that pick right. Uh, I'll go with KG because you might be in a place where you can't talk for too much longer.
Um, I never gave Bacoli a chance to win this fight, and I say that And this is before I even knew that he was 315 pounds. I said this
Mm.
because I understand fights when they come on short notice, but his came with stipulations. It was short notice, and then I was 10 hours away, 10 plus hours
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
And if anybody's ever taken a long flight before, you know how your body feels. You're trying to catch up to whatever time you in or whatever it is. Either you're tired, discombobulated, you're still
Right.
off. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if
Yeah.
they put him on a sleep schedule while he was on that 10-hour flight. You're not
It's
at
still
home.
different, right?
Yeah, it's still different. You know what I'm saying? So your body feels it. So, and then he got off the plane, and not only just got off the plane, he got off the plane and went straight to doing interviews,
Hmm.
straight to the scale. Where did this man get proper rest? You know what I'm saying?
I
To
don't
try to
know because
get
I saw him on the plane.
that's what I'm saying, to find some kind of acclamation to where he's going, you know what I'm saying, where he went. So I said the only chance he had was getting Joseph Parker out of there early. And if he couldn't get him out of there early, Joseph got him out of there early. And you've heard me say this before, Shaw. I called Joseph Parker a 12-round heavyweight fighter. If you want to see a heavyweight fight go 12 rounds, watch a Joseph Parker fight.
Mm.
And it ain't no knock on him, but that shows his savvy.
He has the ability because it reminded me of the Juggernaut. Good
Yeah,
lord, that was a knockdown drag, and Juggernaut whooped his. But
it was
go
just
ahead.
timing. Look, timing beats almost just about anything in boxing. And slow Joe Joyce caught him with the slowest of the slowest that he
Yeah,
never even expected.
exactly. But
You don't expect it sometimes because you try to judge the trajectory of it. You be like, oh, that's not gonna hit me. That's definitely not. Let me slip. Nope, I ain't get down low
I
enough.
don't know how the hell you let that thing hit you. But good lord, that was Joe, slow
and
Joe.
and then the punch that he wobbled Bacoli with, I called it. I said that's right off the widow's peak.
Yeah, it
Caught him
was.
right
It
right
grazed
off
that
the head, the
thing,
whole head. I said, and it shook him
and
up.
he kept shooting up there too. He did some overhands and he did some
Hmm.
straights. He
And
got
and
that
and and
thing.
and that's what Joseph Parker does, just like Ajit Caballero. They're smaller heavyweights, you know what I'm saying, per height, but they know how to play a guy's chest. You know what I'm saying? Like with Zhang, um, Ajit Caballero knew to cut, you know what I'm saying, play the chest and cut him in half and play the body. When
He
Joseph
does
Parker
that.
fought him, he played his chest and played up top.
Yeah.
He worked the body, but he played more up top. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that it showed that Zhang has no inside game. He can't. He's not. He doesn't have the footwork to take any steps back. So with Joseph Parker and Bacoli is known as the boogeyman, but this boogeyman was caught off season.
So
You know what I'm
yeah, I
saying?
don't think so. I think it's just a matter of figuring out your opponent.
Yeah, he was caught off season, and he had on his chip on his shoulder. I know I can knock Joseph Parker out, and I was like, yeah, you can, but he's gonna play your chest because that was the game plan for Daniel Dubois. And like you said, he came in
Mm.
heavy. I think he did that absorb body shots.
Yes. Me too. Me
I
too.
didn't like that he came in heavy because I had
Me
never
neither.
seen Joseph Parker that heavy before. So I was wondering if that was going to tie into his gas tank, but we still didn't find out in the Bacoli fight because that fight got ended in the second round.
Your second round.
Yeah, and
Earl, well, maybe like 20 seconds left to stick around or
let
something.
me ask y'all something though. When Bacoli got back up, would y'all have let the fight go on?
Well, let Steph say what he thought
Oh
about the
yeah, yeah,
fight.
I'm up. Yeah,
We
I
definitely
would
gonna
have
get to that
KG.
question.
I would have simply just because they're heavyweights, and being a heavyweight and given the situation of sometimes in that situation, you're allotted a little more time to kind of get your marbles back. Just throwing that out there. So I think I would have let that go on. Um, as far as the fight goes, kind of like what KG was just mentioning there. I didn't like Bacoli coming off short notice for all the same reasons. And then Mishawa just 300 plus pounds, man. That's a tough watch for me. So it was kind of, I had that apprehensive look on my face as I was watching this fight, and then
How'd you
coming
feel
back over.
about Parker being that big?
Uh, I didn't like that either. KJ, we had your other half in here previous to when we were picking our fights, and Oddfellow was just dropping gym after gym. That was the heaviest for him. But I don't think it would have mattered, in a hypothetical matchup with Dubois, because I'm going to use what KG just said to that point about using his body. That's cool because Dubois, he goes up top more so with a vengeance, man. He was gonna knock Joseph Parker out. That whole streak and run with his was gonna end, no doubt. Uh, and then with the added weight for Joseph, that cuts away from some of his skill on being able to move. That's why he's had so much success going 12 rounds. He's been at a good weight for him. He's athletic at that size. His background, where he comes from, gentlemen like him, those guys run. Think the Samoans and all that rugby style type football, Australian football and stuff like that. They're used to, they're pretty athletic for being that size.
Being
So I
big.
thought
Yeah.
that would have hindered him a wee bit there. But nonetheless, happy that he got the W. And I think at this point now he deserves the title shot. Him and Usyk have not
Mm,
tangled yet, so that needs to definitely happen. And I'm really just saying that because what Turkey's brought to the table over these last 2 years. That's the fighters and the stable he's using. So go ahead and get that running. And
okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Don't go too far.
go ahead,
Don't go
go
too
ahead.
far because I was gonna ask about what do you think should be next. First, let me answer KG's question. Would I have let that fight go on? Should it have? You said after the
Yeah,
count.
would you? Yeah, like when he got back up, do you? Because he got up before 8. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He got up probably around about 8. You know what I'm saying? He was. You know what I'm saying? He was there. Would you looked at him and see if he had his faculties in order, and would you allow the fight to continue?
You know what? I thought about that too because he got up at 8,
Mm-hmm.
but he used the ropes in 9 and 10. He was still kind of you had your back turned. You weren't facing the ref. Do I think it could have gone on and I would have been okay with it? I do think so. But I think they actually did it right by the way it went. Again, 9 and 10, you're just getting up off the ropes and your back still turned to that man.
Also to add to that shower,
Oh,
uh, uh, but Coley, he wasn't mad at the decision of stopping the fight.
no, he
He
didn't
he
seem
kind of he went along with everything. What it to the point where obviously he's hurt, but I didn't see any fight in him. He literally got off the couch, got off a plane, spoke to some people, put some gloves on, and then woke up to some money.
Well,
So
he
yeah.
got a check. Yep, went
See,
and got
so
a
this
check,
uh,
and I
this
guarantee
comment
next fight.
this comment was correct, and I was saying that Ben Shalom said he came up off the couch. So with that being said, I don't think this is legitimate. He made that choice.
I told her
That
that. I
money
said, boy,
talking.
he made that decision. He saw the money.
Yeah,
is
He
that
that
money
right,
paid.
talking.
PWR? I don't remember that. He said the trainer stopped it, not the ref.
Did they throw in a towel? I asked somebody that.
I don't. I
Was the towel
vaguely
thrown in
remember
and we
that.
didn't see it? Well, look, the way he
You know
went
what?
down
Know
though was
what? Know what?
very
I think the
nasty.
towel did come in.
I
Mm.
want to say I did
Yeah,
say a towel.
I
Okay.
think. Yeah, I think it did.
Actually,
Well,
yeah, because even because Joseph Parker's his corner, they started acting crazy. I remember now. Yeah, Tal did come
Yeah,
in.
yeah. The
oh, they
Yeah,
towel
got a little
came in.
excited before.
and he
Okay,
raised his
well,
hand
I'm
up.
not
Yeah,
mad at his corner though, then because obviously that's their fighter,
And they knew
and
he
the way
wasn't
he
ready.
went down, it just was not pretty. The whole,
He went
you
down
know,
rolling his hips. I told you. He went back to muscle memory. All he knows is to roll his hips. He went back there.
that booty was
78
in the
said he was
air
out there fighting
too.
in his boxers. He had his drawers
that
on.
that's your
You
central
can
nervous
always do
system,
that. Ain't
man.
nobody afraid of you. Look, I'll fight you. uh, so I
That's
do
your
want
central.
to ask then, yeah, what do you think should be next? Because earlier on 78's channel, he was saying he thinks Parker should have the shot at Usyk. But what I said in his chat was, look, Usyk already said to Dubois, I will fight you next.
Mm-hmm.
I will fight you. So I think he should honor that, not to mention the fact that I feel like Dubois beat Usyk with that. We all know about the belt line
You can
debacle.
feel that how you want, Shao.
Hmm?
You can feel that all how you want, but it's all on how it's sold to the referee. It was sold to the referee as a body shot. The referee called it a body shot. You got
Well,
to honor that.
yeah,
And
but
and then
in 4 minutes of faking,
and look, and to add to that, if I was Daniel Dubois' trainer, when he made it to the corner, when he went back out, I would have told him, hit him again in the same spot. But
he
I'm
should.
gonna lose a point. Look, I'm gonna lose a point. I don't care. Hit him again. hit him again.
Or
I
he
would have
didn't
hit him
hit
again
him a little
because
bit above where he thought,
nah, I would have hit him in the exact. I would have
wasn't it
told him
wasn't it
hit, hit,
short
hit, hit,
high?
hit him in the exact same spot again. Let me see if the referee gonna call that one low. And if you do it
Savage.
again, the way you had him froze for 45 minutes, we're gonna freeze him again. His legs ain't gonna be no good when he finally get back to it.
Ooh, okay. See, this is why.
You got to play that game because you know what I'm saying. It's already against you. They didn't want Danny Dubois to win the fight anyway. And when that happened, and he didn't damn step back on the gas, he got dejected in himself and started giving up. You see what I'm saying? Because he
Yeah,
was like, "Bro, I
yeah.
had him. I
See, this
had
is why
bro."
I like the professional
You got to have that
boxing
short term
talk.
memory loss. You got to, hey, they robbed me of that. I got to step forward and keep them going for the kill.
Do you
And
think
me
his
as a
belt was
trainer, I
high
would
that
have said,
night?
hit him again.
Do you
Hit him
think his
again in the
belt was
same
high that
exact
night?
spot. What'd you say?
Do you think his belt was high that night?
It was the referee. Look, I blame the referee for all of it because he was sold on the shot. He never identified what was high or what was low.
He didn't. I'm trying to
Nope.
remember that.
Go
Maybe
back.
he
Go back to
didn't.
that fight. He never
I
pointed at
think I do
anybody and said
remember
this
that.
is high. This is where I'm going to allow it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think
He
I do
never did
remember talking
anything like
stuff
that.
about that too. I sure do. I think I
So
do remember that, KG.
He hit him
like you know what
on
I'm
the
saying.
belt line
On the
itself.
belt line, legit.
And look, I was one of those guys that called it. You know what I'm saying on the belt line. But at the same time, if the referee didn't designate what was low, what is the referee? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find out when we find out when the punch lands if the referee's gonna call it low or not. I blame the referee. It's not a rule that they have to do that, but they should to you know what I'm saying to make because like somebody like Tyson Fury, you see how high he wears his shorts.
Yes.
You have to
Super.
point that out. You have to put I would allow it here.
Or the coaches should have even said the trainer, hey, so where's
But
the line of demarcation, man?
some trainers don't do that. Like I've been backstage, and some trainers don't even go over and watch the other fighter get their hands wrapped, and you're privy to do
That's
that.
stupid.
I
That's
will go over. I
stupid.
touch gloves. Like me, I'm one of those guys. Whether it's media or training, I'm going to do a lot of things until people tell me no. So I'll go over there and start touching on gloves. They be like, "Hey, man, what you doing?" I was like, "Man, I'm making sure they straight," and I'll be watching. You know, because you can do that. So all these mishaps, I don't think they should be if your team is on point. If your team is on point and you're applying that pressure to the officiates, because we have a meeting in the back. They tell us what they're going to allow, what they're not going to allow. That
Mm,
you can ask the questions there, or you press them when you're in the ring, but you press it to the point that you use tact that you don't lose your license, but you still got to call them. You got to call it so it plays out fair. Even if
right.
it don't play out fair for you, the next fight, then that referee knows he's under a microscope now because
Mm,
I just pointed out something. So you, like I said, we got to make it aware. We can't just blame it on the commission because the commission will f you over. I've watched it, and they
I've
won't lose
heard
a bit of
about it
sleep.
too
They
many
won't lose
dang
a bit of
times.
sleep.
Ask
Look,
questions, expect answers.
Yeah, you have to. You
look
have
who done
to.
pulled up to talk, y'all. I know you.
Hmm,
Well, Sir
hmm.
Oddfella.
There you go.
What
Hey,
it do? What it's saying? Well, Guan is your favorite yet your most hated foreign correspondent. Back for another one. Peace to
hey,
the Queen Shower.
thanks.
Salute to the chat. You know, dig. Salute to my guy Steph. You know what I mean?
Already.
You be dropping some gems yourself. You know what I mean? So all right, well, yo, we ain't even know. We
I
ain't even
like
know you had the gems like that. You know what I mean? Steph the jeweler. Salute to you.
Hey,
that.
Um,
20 more.
and big up to the good doctor. You know, dig. But yeah, I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with my brother over here because I really do think Bacoli was done dirty. You know what I mean? And I'm a fan. You know what I mean? You heard me last on Friday, Saturday morning. You know what I mean? I was Bacoli all day. You know what I mean? I even so much so I defied my usual logic.
Mm.
Okay, I defied my usual logic and said, "Yo, I'm gonna pick Bacoli instead of picking the guy that had a full training camp." You know what I mean? That, but yo, I was really hoping that Bacoli was gonna do something unprecedented. But that's the fan in me, right?
Mm.
But his team, what was their excuse? Huh? What was his team's excuse? Because they shouldn't be fans. They shouldn't be such fans for the money that they sacrificed. They sacrificed Bacoli. And this is how I know they sacrificed him because I have problems with him getting only hurt once, knocked down once.
Gotcha.
Okay, and my guy, the referee, not even the referee stops the fight. The trainer, Billy Nelson, stops the fight, waves it off. Give the brother another, like, at least one more chance. Don't go out on the 1, 2, 3. You know what I mean? Roll the dice again. Don't just, you know what I mean, say, yeah, I'm done with it. But that's how I know he got done dirty. Cause you had Bacoli fly 10 hours from the Congo out there.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Uh uh and then have to get his team together that was in Scotland, Billy Nelson. So Billy Nelson flew from Scotland. Now he got a nice little fat paycheck, free vacation, you know what I mean? Probably the best of the seats to see the rest of the card and what, or you know what I mean? Like they was done dirty, doing Bacoli dirty.
Mm.
um Ben Shalom, I believe he had some type of back and forth with, because there is some background beef between him and Frank Warren.
Yeah,
Now,
I don't even like
Frank
Ben
Warren
Shalom
could
a
have
lot.
easily got the other option, who was that could have been the replacement in Lawrence Okoli.
Okoli,
And
yes.
Okoli, the thing about Okoli too that's different, yeah, he just got there in the heavyweight division, but he's highly ranked, at least in the WBC. And then two, he lives in Dubai. He
Mm.
lives in Dubai.
I
So
didn't know that. Okay.
that's only what, I don't know specifically, but it might be like an hour and a half, 2 hour flight.
Yeah, it ain't far from Riyadh.
It ain't far. It ain't far like that. But
I didn't know
Ben
that.
Shalom, because of his beef with Frank Warren and them two bickering and whatnot, he decides to sacrifice one of his top dogs, who is one of his top dogs in his stable. Let's be real. You know what I mean?
It is true.
The boxer stable is very domestic. And I'm not saying that in a good way. You know what I mean? It's very domestic. So Bacoli was probably the top shotter. You know what I mean?
KG.
Bacoli
He is, I think. I
was a
do.
perceived boogeyman, and now all that's gone.
Well, you know what? It don't have to be. Although I didn't feel like he was a boogeyman. Again, I told you, everybody's just a puzzle. It's just a matter of figuring them out. So, but
You know,
I get the hype behind it. Go ahead, Steph.
I was gonna say, you know what, though, odd fella, it's not gone. It's not, and I'm gonna tell you why the boogeyman is not gone, because I actually want to see a rematch eventually between these two.
Mm,
Why? Give Bacoli a fair shot at it. Let him get his 10, 12 weeks of reps and practice and getting in shape. And given what Joseph Parker brought into the ring that on Saturday night, being that size, I'd like to see it again. And hopefully, JP has a belt by then. That'd be nice.
okay,
Just saying.
look,
Just
Mm,
throwing that.
look. Here's the thing, and which is why I say again, go back to Bacoli chose to take that money short, and that's what I was gonna say about Ben Shalom, his trainers, all them. That money was talking. When I seen Ben Shalom talking about how he put Bacoli in that fight and that they called up Bacoli, you
mhm,
could just see dollar signs in his damn
mhm.
eyes.
There you
He's
go.
dirty.
Dirty.
He's
But
dirty.
that's why they're
Just
not
like
complaining,
Frank
Shao.
Warren, he's dirty. So we already just said Parker should have a shot at Usyk, and before Parker even gets a shot at Usyk, Dubois should get his rematch, which Usyk said he would agree to. So Bacoli's still gonna be number 5, number 4, whatever. He made that choice. You wanted that dollar, you wanted that shot. And with me for Bacoli too, and this is not neither here nor there. It's just my own personal feelings. He's pompous. He thought he was the damn boogeyman. He thought nobody's gonna catch him, even though Michael Hunter already whooped your ass. So there is a blueprint out there.
Ooh.
So I'm just saying,
Come
Bacoli,
on,
he
Queen. That
made
was
that
in
choice.
2018, and
He
we still holding on to
and
that.
guess
Shout out
what?
to
Guess
Michael
what?
Hunter.
If
But
you can withstand them blows, do like Michael Hunter does and take that shit to him, and he gonna whoop somebody else will whoop his ass again. I definitely believe that shit. I don't think
Mm,
Bacoli's not invincible.
early.
He made the choice though. He made the choice. Let's just remember that before at the end of the day, Bacoli could have said no. So it's not really totally a setup. You know you in the It's
I
always some
mean,
snakes
I
in
mean,
That's
there.
a
yeah,
snack right there,
but
Shower. Damn.
I ain't never said Bacoli had a high boxing IQ
It ain't
inside the
bad.
ring or outside
She
the ring.
laughed.
It
That's
ain't
why
bad.
you have to have a proper team around you. And this team threw him in there, I mean, and he wasn't damn near. Y'all knew he wasn't ready for that. You know what I mean? But as a fan, we want to put him in. But as his team, shame on them.
No,
Shame on them.
no.
Clean. Look at this. Look at this. It was so bad. It was so bad of a replacement. They ain't even bring his gloves.
I
No, who
I was
you,
gonna speak
you
to
know
that.
whose
I
gloves he had to
know.
wear?
He had Daniel's gloves, and they would
Yeah.
not even cover the triple D on it. Yes,
It
Dude.
was,
I was
I
gonna
mean,
speak
how
to
they
that.
sanitize the inside of the glove? Because ain't Daniel sick?
Didn't Daniel have to fit, put them
Yeah,
on to see, make sure they fit?
of
So yeah,
course.
I know. Hey,
Nasty
but
work.
but here's the
Nasty
thing:
work.
Dang,
who
man.
wanted that money? And see,
That's
you
cold.
talked about the people around him. All these fighters, every last single one of them should know. And I'm sorry to even say it, obviously, even if it's your family, because when we're not boxing, you still gotta watch your family. You know that people around you, if you making big money like that, and you getting a shot and an opportunity like that, yeah, they're gonna throw your ass to the wolves. They're gonna put you up in the fire. You are the sacrifice. So you have all that on your head. At the end of the day, you also thinking about your bag that you gonna get. So it's not. It's we have people like Ben Shalom. We have Frank. We know that these people are demons and they wicked. And at the end of the
Ooh,
day,
taking it back
have
to
this
Canaan.
power. I'm just saying. So here's my thing with everybody. In all situations, we all got to be freaking accountable. And you know who's around you. You know what the game is. Because act like he's brand new. He ain't done. He's not. He knew what time it was. And he wanted that shot. Am I
I
wrong?
like that, Shaw. Yes, ma'am. I like that.
Am I
I
wrong?
like
I'll
what you
tell you.
said.
Did he want that shot?
No, he
Did
Yes, ma'am.
wanted that.
Yeah, he
He
wanted
he
that.
wanted
wanted
that.
Parker's
But
spot?
he needed a big dog OG or somebody to like, you know what I mean, to tell him to fall back. You know what I mean?
Look
That's
at
what
this.
he
Look at
needed.
this.
He ain't had that. He ain't
No,
had
it
that. He
weren't
needed a big
technically.
dog OG, like you know what I mean, like a KG or a big sis like Queen Shower to say, yo, you don't need this right now. And matter of
Yeah.
fact, put on some jeans that fit you.
It fit your. Who helped you squeezing them things? Some grease, taking some chicken grease. Oh,
Mm.
look at this. Mbaku was happy to. He
Baku.
was happy. Didn't he? Did he not get up? Wait a minute, because I put this on my little thumbnail. This uh, Joseph Parker. I wanted to talk about that. At the end, he looked concerned. He thought he really hurt that man, and he went over there. He was standing in the corner, to make sure he was okay. This fool was so happy. Did he not get up and kiss this man all up in his face? Bacoli. That nigga don't give it. He don't care about no damn. He don't care about his shot. He's still gonna be a top dog. They're gonna bring him back. He's not gonna lose his status as the boogeyman. I guarantee you that.
Mm,
I don't think so. Another thing, I was shocked to see how big Parker was in relation to him. He looked almost comparable. I thought he
267.
would be shorter. Maybe it was the weight. Maybe it was the weight. KG, this is a lie. It was not brand new gloves.
And even if they was, Danny put his old nasty hands,
They had been filled in.
viral infected hands
Thank you.
in those gloves.
Everybody over there sick. Here come what's his name? Madrimov sick supposedly. Like, come on, man. AJ said he was asked to step, but he said no. Yeah, I heard that bull crap. Don't nobody care. Nobody want to see you. I don't. Maybe I'll do. I don't want to see AJ no more. I'm cool. Joe, he wasn't gonna pass up his seat next to Big. Okay, so we down to the wire. The meat and potatoes. I'm gonna let y'all cook on it first. The main bout. Steph got knocked off or left. Main bout. I know you going on later, right?
Hmm.
So if you don't want to, then I'll do this by myself because people ain't gonna like what the hell I'm about to say. And I think Steph
Mm,
is back, and Steph definitely I don't think is gonna like what I have to say. Yeah, I'm gonna let Steph go.
Wait, I missed that because I was having technical difficulties there.
Oh yeah, okay, I thought so. We are on the main bout. I still got cars that are upcoming to get to, and we've been talking crazy.
Oh, we've been chopping. I love it.
Yes, I love it too, but you know, um, so yes, we are to the main card. Beterbiev versus Bivol 2 for all the marbles. How
Hmm.
do you
Hmm.
feel about that match? How it went? Are we happy? Run it down. Run it down.
First off, I'm glad it's over. Um, Secondly, you know me. We all bleh, we talk a lot in the chats, and you know that I picked Bivol in both fights.
You did on my show.
So,
Correct.
um, however, this second matchup, not only was it close, uh, they both fought differently for different reasons too, coming from their first matchup. But I used to tell one of my buddies back this when we'd go back and forth with the boxing. Sometimes in some of these close matchups, it's just what the judges like, and it's just the style they choose. And I know a lot of people thought Better Beef won the fight, and they thought he was robbed. But again, at the end of the day, I think that's just what the judges respected. They respected that Bivol decided to slow down his entire approach because early on he was getting his ass whipped. I was at some point I was like, man, he about to get stopped. Maybe like not cold because Beterbiev is looking for one shot with his right, whether it be straight or even a hook. Um, but they liked that he slowed down and stood ground and was throwing his hands, and they both missed a lot. They both missed a lot of shots. They were hitting each other on the gloves, especially b-ball. But when he would, he threw more, right? So he was able to his third or fourth or fifth shot he was able to land, and it looked good.
Mm,
So I think that's just what the judges respected, and I'm not mad. I'm not mad. As
okay.
far as the future goes, I don't want to see a third matchup. Um, and another thing, I've been meaning to say this too. Better Beef ate everything on the face and chin. I was so wild by that. That was insane. He was getting hit. He ate everything Bivol could throw at him. I mean, he was just getting smashed in the face. And I was like, this is crazy. I was like, this guy's eating everything, man. I was like, oh my gosh. But I think Beterbiev is. Yeah, I don't really know what to make up his. I think especially in this profession, when you're fighting for a living, you throw out your body and give it out so much.
Mm,
I don't really think he knew what to say. So it's to be seen with him. It's to be seen with him. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the fight.
okay, that's different than what I actually expected. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead, fella. If you want to, like I said, I know you go on later with the fellas. So,
nah, it's all good. You know what I mean? It's enough cooking to go around. Um, yeah, it was another. I wouldn't say it was a great fight, but it was another above average fight for me.
mm,
And I could see I was kind of clowning before in the lead up why they named it the last crescendo. I wasn't really feeling the promo for it at all. But
mm,
watching the fight, I could see why it was called that. You know what I mean? And hopefully that will be the the last crescendo, as kind of Steph was alluding to. But it was somewhat musical because as I was watching the fight, it was almost like in the promo, in the commercial, you see these characters gliding as the symphony's playing. And in the first couple, like I guess I would say the first half of the fight, when Bivol was getting battered from pillar to post, it almost like it looked like I mean a symphony, and them just gliding from different parts of the ring as it's going on, just so smoothly. There was no breaks in the action. There was no holding or the ref getting in between telling them to break. It was just so fluid. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like a fluid symphony. So yeah, that was real. That's something real to me that I saw that made it a very intriguing fight.
Mm.
I had it initially for Beterbiev. I thought he was going to take it and of course improve on what he had done in the first fight. And it looked like he was on his way to doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bivol made an adjustment. Um, Bivol sh- once again showed that he's not just a boxer, but he has some dog and some grit in him. And
Mm.
he did his best to try to back up Beterbiev. You know what I mean? And not just use his superior style of boxing in and out on his back foot, so to speak. Um, and like Steph was alluding to earlier, with the amount of punch clean punches that Beterbiev was able to take, world class chin. But at the same time, we can give him his flowers for his chin. We can't give him his flowers for his defense in that stanza, which
Mm.
ultimately lost him the fight. I think Bivol definitely deserved to win. Landed the cleaner punches in the essentially in the championship rounds. I mean, and those championship rounds are highly important when you're getting down to these close fights. I think many people probably had it when it touched the championship rounds, round 10. A lot of people probably had it close to being even, give or take a point for either fighter. So
Mm.
yeah, Bivol dominating those championship rounds with clean, effective punching, um, clean, effective combination punching, won him the fight. You know what I mean? And and deservedly. I think as a fan, I don't really want to see a next one. Uh, I'm not hoping for the trilogy unless it's somewhere down the line.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because we already got two back to back. Um, I prefer see Bivol get in there with one of the mandatories, whether it be the interim champion in Benavidez or at, on the lower end, which I'm not really calling for the Camel Smith
Okay.
situation. You know what I mean? As far as
Right.
as far as Better BF goes, um, there's plenty of opponents for him out there for him to get his groove back as far as getting that knockout ratio going and whatnot. Because um, that's definitely a lot of his allure
Mm.
was him stopping the amount of like, and not only stopping just random guys, he was stopping everybody uh, that was on world class level until
Mm-hmm.
he met Bivol. You know what I mean? Showing Bivol's worth. And so yeah, but
Look at KG.
I was alluding to it kind of earlier before the fight. Has Bivol Better BF become a little bit Hollywood? You know what I mean? Because out here in Canada, I've been noticing that he's been doing a lot of appearances, and that's not really Better BF like.
Quit
You know,
hating on that man.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, and
Let him
it kind of
talk.
it almost looked like that in the ring Saturday, because when he had the chance to really smash down the gas and get Bivol out of there, he allowed Bivol to make an adjustment and turn the fight over. He had his chance. He had his chance to get the job done, and yeah,
Right.
he let it go by. and
Okay.
you can't let it go by when you're facing another pound for pound type talent. So,
Mm.
um, yeah, great fight, and yeah, we'll see what's next. We'll see what's next for Beterbiev, but he sounds like he wants that third fight. We'll see if the Big Turk will make it happen for him.
Okay.
Real quick, Shaw, I
Yep.
like your thumbnail. That's the best one I've seen.
Thank you.
Maybe out of all of
Look,
everybody, there's
it
been
was,
some good ones, but this one right here, this is good stuff right here. I
yeah,
like
it
that.
was crazy.
I
Me
like
too.
that. You got the real deal. You got booed, hugging it out. Well, that's what's up. I
Oh
like that.
yeah, because look, I forgot about Shakur getting booed, y'all. That pissed me off. I thought
Well,
that
you
was
know what, Shara? That's good for him because that's how you make a name for yourself on the road. Everyone keeps talking about, oh, home, he sells out home. Who cares? You make your
maybe
name
it wasn't
on the
cool.
road.
It wasn't cool for them people over there. They ain't even
Boy,
like
it's
that.
Saudi Arabia. What do you
I know.
expect?
I know. So you gonna well, never mind. Hugging it out because again, I felt like Joseph Parker was concerned, and it was just interesting to see that particular hug. It felt like I'm glad you're okay, brother. Kind of hug. It was interesting to me. Because I should have stuck with my damn first mind if it
Uh,
Callum. We know about the draw,
no,
and
we wanted Josh to win. We wanted Joshua to win, but like he's not good. I'm sorry, he's not.
just yeah, no.
He's not. I'm sorry.
Well, I was pulling for the black man, and with Ortiz again, I'm not mad at Ortiz, but I will still say, yeah, Conwell over everything. Period. Now the title, the main crescendo or a diminuendo, dimin, diminuendo. Diminuendo is the opposite of a crescendo. Crescendo being the high point in music, or in a song, or it's the high apex of that piece, being in the diminuendo being the bottom, the
Mm,
a dynamic mark. Here's the definition: a dynamic mark directing that a passage
crescendo.
is to be played gradually or more softly. So, in me titling this video that, it was, basically, do people feel like it was a high point? Because so many people did like this fight. Some people did not care for this card, and not just because of it being in Riyadh with Turkey. They just saw things, or they just didn't feel that the fights were what they were built up to be. And of course, the undisputed gift. Yeah. So let me cook real quick on that. um.
Yes, your thoughts, man.
Okay. So overall, the main bout, my first watch, I was pleased with. I do still feel like Beterbiev won. The second time I watched it, I start feeling some kind of way. I start seeing things. I told you I be seeing stuff. The more you watch stuff, the more your eyes catch, right? Um, Let me put Steph Brown back in here. So the second time I'm watching, I'm looking, and I'm like, damn. Um, really feel like he being Beterbiev was actually doing more than I even thought when I thought he won. And I'm not taking away from what Bivol did, because I felt like Shakur came in, stood his ground. I feel like Bivol did the same thing, and I agree with Oddfella that it was a different look from both people. I felt like Bivol, because I said that. I said, what could Bivol do? What could Bivol do differently than he's been doing? Because to be honest, you guys, I'm not a fan of Bivol. I feel like before all this, I felt like he fought to his level of opponents. I did not feel like he.
That's fair.
Yeah, I feel like, sometimes he's up, sometimes he's down, and in saying that, that could be a good thing. You're preserving yourself. You're not necessarily going over and above. You can go to the level of a uh good. Why was I about to say Tank, yo? You can go to the level of a Canelo, Or you
Dang.
could fight the I forgot the gentleman he fought out of the UK. It was just a piss poor fight, and it was on the Riyadh card not too long ago. But
Yeah, I
it's
remember
like,
that.
yeah, he's like,
Yeah, Lyndon
He got him
Johnson
out with a
fought
body
that.
shot.
yes,
Yeah.
okay. Oddly enough, because again, I just don't think Bill was like that. Now, I will say I think he's a great boxer, but I feel like Beterbiev was putting on the pressure in the beginning as well. Um, the way I scored it, actually, I gave Beterbiev the first round. I gave and actually that could have been a swing. That could have been a swing. Either way, I gave Bivol the second round. But then, you guys, the third time I watched it, I start giving Beterbiev round 3, 4, 5
Three and
because
four, Shower, my favorite. They started
yes,
going at it 3 and 4. That shit
yes,
was
because
nuts. And I
like
had it
you,
4-2 better beef at that point. And after the sixth round, I stopped scoring it because it started to get good and swing. And there was a lot of it was getting close,
Steph,
like
let me
real
cook.
close.
Steph,
I'm sorry.
let me cook. Let me cook.
I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to tell you what I saw and what I was feeling. Okay, so I'm seeing uh better be walking him down, even though I do still feel like yes, the I forgot what the heck the name, the pendulum swing, it's gone. So you're not easily timed. But I still feel like the cleaner, harder, effective shots, the power shots that were going on and that were actually connecting. Beterbiev was getting the better of that to me in those rounds. And I also felt at the same damn time, y'all, especially the third time I watched, what the hell's going on? Why is Beterbiev not committing again? God damn, look, I was pissed. I got pissed the third time, y'all. I felt like I was getting played. I felt like this man yet again did not step on the gas like he does. And to me, Bivol was not even moving like he did the first time. Yes, he was getting out of the way, but you aren't taking that extra to get at him. I felt like some of them punches was pulled. I felt like he was missing, and I almost want to say it was on damn purpose, y'all. I just felt a certain kind of way, and in the end, yes, Bivol came back. I got Bivol from what 11, 10, 9, 8. Actually, I think I stopped at 8, but I gave the 12th round back to Beterbiev. But so technically, it would have been Beterbiev winning by 1 round. But to me, it's the bullshit that I feel like we watched. I feel like they played the people. I feel like Beterbiev did not totally want to be involved in playing the people because at the end they asked him, um, and he said he didn't even want to fight the second damn fight. And he made this little stupid gesture, sticking out his tongue and kind of smiling. And I'm thinking to myself, dude, you just lost. Where the hell is the glee in this? You don't feel some kind of way that he took your O. And I know Beterbiev is a different type of dude, but it really pissed me off. So it pissed me off to the point where I went back and I looked at Beterbiev's fight. I was up to 3 o'clock in the morning, y'all, watching these damn fights. This man did not have the same viciousness. He did not have the same energy, the pressure that he does with everybody else. And the thing with he has gotten hit in the face. He takes punches. Yeah, he's gotten beat on. This man has seen his blood and went batshit crazy. That's how I'm like, this is not the same dude. They are playing in our face to get a goddamn third fight. And I'm cool with that. But don't play. Do us a solid and be real. Be real. I feel like and y'all, some people are gonna be mad at this comment, but I got to put my shit on the floor, right? I still feel like Bivol can't fuck with Beterbiev. He cannot get with that man if the real Beterbiev steps up and fights. It's not going to happen. That's just what it is for me. I feel like they played us to get a third fight. Now I'm done. I done said my piece. I don't give a shit if I'm vilified for this.
Nah,
Brother,
you solid with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't really argue with that. You know what I mean? It did look like at times, like I'm still questioning. Like you had Bivol, you was battering them from pillar to post, and then it stopped. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, Bivol got it, found a way to get himself back into the fight. But where was that? Where was the level of aggression that we saw when you took out Marcus Brown?
thank
That
you.
type of shit, you know what I mean?
Joe
Where was the
Smith.
level of
Come on.
aggression when you absolutely destroyed Joe Smith in his hometown? Or how about Callum Smith in London at that, you know what I mean?
We could
Um,
keep going.
these are great questions that you're raising that I can't really answer other than saying that the man was starting to look a little bit Hollywood. And
With you saying that,
that's
yes.
that's from the ground being over here in Canada. And can't and when it comes to boxing in Canada, it's not really like promoted like that. But then to see Beterbiev on his Canadian tour when this dude don't even like being outside like that.
So with you saying that, I that's why I just let you cook. And I again, I do. I feel like I said that he's not Hollywood to me. But it's something is different. Something is freaking different. The level of viciousness,
Yeah, the
the
level of
meanness
aggression.
is not there. Yeah. And it to me it still rings something about what Stormy said. And Boxiana said it last night. Well, she didn't we like you can't put your finger on it. If it's not that they're countrymen, something's going on. Maybe it is the money. And maybe he is getting a little bit Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's some level to it. I know, yeah, all of a sudden we're seeing inside of his camps. And you know, it's just I get it. If you want to get paid, and the thing is, we like trilogies. We're not opposed to that, but give us the goddamn real. Give us the real fight in between. So if Bivol beat him really, and I say really because yes, I don't feel like that man can get with him. He beat him twice, and then the third fight they came back and like let it be real. Just quit with the BS. I don't like to be played with. And Cut West, I don't feel like he's old. I feel like he is in better shape than a lot of 40-year-old dang light heavyweights. Yeah, hey, there's nothing wrong with this man. His knee is fixed. There's nothing wrong with him. It's
Yeah, his can you agree with me on this? His mobility was better in this fight.
hell yeah, it was. The only thing I will say, and you said something to that effect, he did gas. He did. He was over there gulping for air, and I was like, well, damn. That to me screams conditioning more than your age, unless you just, you know. I don't feel like, besides his face, I don't feel like Bivol was doing enough to go to the body to tire him out like that. I just don't. Like, I don't know. Steph, you've been mighty quiet, and it's a little bit scary.
No, no, I was letting you cook. I was letting you cook. Well, I'm trying to come up with something to ask you, really, but I'm not opposed to anything what you said. I just think people are going to be people at the end of the day,
Mm,
and I'm just a little more patient sometimes of waiting for when the truth rises to the top there. So, um, and I totally understand why you think Beterbiev is better. I think he is better than Bivol. But I just thought in style matchups, uh, sometimes things can change. There's implications there. And I
yes.
know I've been a proponent to kind of lift up Bivol's power. I
Mm-hmm.
look at his Canelo fight. I look at how he beat up the Mexicans. Pretty much, he beat up Canelo, right, and he beat
Mm-hmm.
up Lardo. When Lardo's dumbass, big ass would come forward to Bivol, he hit him right in the gut and tell him to get back, and he reset every time for 36 minutes. Dude reset every time. So that let me know he's got a little oomph in there, and but I also think Beterbiev is a lot tougher than that. But He backed up Beterbiev a good 4 or 5 times, which is enough for me, and enough,
Yeah,
I
he
guess, for
did.
those
He
judges.
did. He did have a
Like
little
he backed
spark.
him up and he had him
Man,
reset.
yeah, I'm gonna give
And
him
that and
credit for
that's
that.
due to Beterbiev's tiredness at that time too, late in the fight. Because you're right. After 5 6 rounds, he was. I wouldn't say he was completely gassed. He was just
Mhm.
gassed enough because I know he was chasing the young sir all night and really trying to knock his head off with that right. But what Bivol was doing was, like I said, he slowed up his footwork rate to me, and how he you saw. Or I'll say this: it was interesting to me that late in the fight how fast Bivol could turn Better Beef when he had never really done that in both fights.
Mm.
So, um, so what I mean by that is just like he was turning that guy, and he
Mm.
was having him think, and he was just slightly ahead of him, and then he was throwing a lot of hands, man. He was missing, but he was also getting them in there, and they were counting. So, like I said earlier, I'm glad it's over, and
Me too.
let's move on. And then when I do think just slightly ahead, even when I think about the heavyweights, these guys aren't going to get an opportunity at undisputed. These belts, they're getting broken up, no doubt. They may fight for a unification, but I feel we've kind of run our course here on undisputed at least for a good while. So uh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't even know if we don't even know if we're gonna get a third fight yet. I know that's kind of perceived, and I know old boy was holding up a three, but little Trey, but nah, I don't think so.
You
I
don't.
think something's gonna happen. Yeah, something's gonna happen.
I think it's coming. Money talk.
Yeah,
we just need to go on and get prepared for it. I like what Kano said here though. They're making sure Benavidez has to wait.
I think Ben. Check. All right, now I'm gonna say something that may piss people off or may be controversial. I think David Benavidez is the best fighter in the world right now. Number one.
Mm.
Number one.
Not mad
He's
at that.
he's
I don't
he's the
agree.
best fighter. He's he's doing things. Like he's doing some throwback stuff. I
Mm.
mean, I gotta admit, I like it and love it, and I think he's the best fighter in the world right now. I don't think anyone can touch him. I think he beats the two guys who we want him to fight or think he can fight. I think he beats them, and of course a hard fight, but I think he beats them. If he does, oh my goodness, for sure, number one, for sure. So yeah, I'm big on David. He makes me happy about boxing when we talk about these big fights and big names, things like
So
that. So
speaking of David,
yeah,
um, there is something I saw not too long ago. This is beginning of the month. This shit, and I have been saying this, so I don't know if it's still a case as far as before this man goes to fight Bud or whatever. Because when is the Bud fight supposed to happen? Odd, you might know.
I
in the
believe
fall,
September.
right?
Oh, it's yes, October, or August, or so. October, huh?
You know what, Sharon? I'm gonna say something. See, I don't believe none of that stuff. Whatever. He ain't gonna fight no Bud Crawford until it happens. So William Skull, we got that's in 12 weeks
I've
if
been
I get my
saying
math right.
this. I've been
So
saying he's going for freaking Skull. I don't want it. What I do want is for Skull to be able to get Kevin Lele Sajo, or the winner of Kevin Lele Sajo or Mbili. And I think they should get a shot at this freaking belt. I don't want this man to get this belt again. And people are saying, "Oh no, he's gonna fight Jake." No, a whole time he's gunning for to get that damn belt back. And also at the same time, I did hear that geez, I don't know why I'm having a brain fart today. Maybe I need to eat some. uh, what's his face? He's going. He just fought him. He just fought Canelo, right? Yeah, the last Berlanga's going for Skull too. supposedly. But I did see he's having another fight. But I would even rather Berlanga get the damn IBF. I don't want Canelo to get this. I don't give a shit if he fights. I don't care about him fighting, but I really don't. But I don't want him getting no belt. I don't want him being undisputed champ.
Berlanga don't need no belt either. Shower, he sucks. What?
I'm just saying
Why would he get
it's
it?
something new. It's something new.
Damn.
It's, I ain't saying that, but look, Berlanga versus Mbili. Like I just want a good. I want a mix up. And there are certain individuals I want out of boxing altogether. But if you don't get your ass out of boxing, then please drop the belts and let these other men move around. I want to see something new. I want to see something be mixed up. I don't want to see this trash. I don't want to call it trash because I don't like calling stuff trash. Okay, look, Thomas, I know you would know. I know you would know.
Berlanga is terrible.
I'm not saying he's. Hey,
I
I
know,
did
I know.
not
I'm
say
just talking
nothing about
trash,
this
but
man being great. I know the New York people love him. Shout out Thomas, you know I love you. I know they love him. I
ugh,
don't.
Just to
man.
give you an update,
Oh,
because you mentioned Kevin Lele Sajo and
yes,
Christian and
really.
Billy. That fight's been taken off the table.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the last reports I've heard that they couldn't come to
Agreement,
an
kind of their
agreement.
friend.
The
I
money
said
was
that.
whack, and apparently the
Hmm.
Kevin's team, I believe, won the purse bid, so they was trying to stage it over there in
They're
Paris,
friends.
right? But
Where it should be, I
it
think.
wasn't it. I guess the money wasn't enough for ability to come over there and
Oh,
get it on with his contemporary. So they're looking elsewhere currently. So yeah, that fight's off the table.
okay. That sucks. That really does, because I was really looking forward to seeing that match. They're similar, and again, it's just new blood. It's new faces. I don't like Berlanga. No, I can't say I like Mbili or Sajo like that. But is it different from what we've been dealing with? Hell yeah, hell yeah. Maybe it will urge Canelo to go on and hit the damn green because he ain't about to do nothing that we would want to see him do. Berlanga don't suck. He's just not an elite.
Nah, he ain't got it. I'm sorry, Connor. No, it's
You
not
know,
good.
I'm about to hold it down. I ain't
The
mad.
good, and yes, sir, he should, but your boy ain't got it. And then I wanted to comment on what Stormy said. Yes, sir, Stormy. He's gonna have to because that's how David fights too. They fight. Those guys are rage fighters. Like they want to fight. So yeah, fireworks when those two meet if they meet. Can't wait.
I felt some kind of way about this fight, Thomas. I felt like Jalil didn't put enough in the bank to win that match, but I'm not opposed to seeing it again. I don't like the way Eddie did Jalil afterwards. Kind of dogged him out, but you know, it's Eddie. Do I expect him to be all nice? No, no, I don't. Jalil is gonna get him this time. Yeah, I think so. I think so, KG. Okay. So then my next little what are you laughing at?
I'm just snickering.
Okay.
Being
So
cool.
then my next little bit of news is so we had I already spoke to Nakatani and Cuellar. They had their fight this morning. Nakatani had a second round knockout. Cuellar had never been knocked out before. I do like Nakatani. I do not like Inoue. Shout out to Junto doing his thing. Are you snickering? Are
Yeah,
you
that's funny. I thought that fight was tomorrow morning, but missed it.
No, it was Monday. It was Monday. I meant to
Dang.
put that out so people would know it's not Tuesday as we usually. It's freaking Monday. It happened this morning. If I spoiled it for anybody, I'm sorry. You can still go watch it. It's still just as damn good. I promise. Um, did you see this, fella?
Nah, I ain't see this. I saw the highlights of this fight, but nah, I didn't even realize it was on this morning myself.
Today, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then also next we have coming up on the 28th. Rocky Hernandez. Let me see if I can find this ding dong along image. Oh,
You don't like Nakatani there, show?
I don't like. Oh, yeah, I like Nakatani. I said I do
Oh,
like Nakatani. I don't like.
Naoya.
Yeah, I
Okay,
ain't crazy about him at all.
for sure, for sure.
So apparently I didn't download that image. So yeah, you got Rocky Hernandez, who was beaten by Oshaki Foster, is fighting Giron, who just fought Schofield. Right, that's coming up on Friday. This coming Friday, and on the 22nd. So wait a minute, that can't be. Okay, that's March. So we're going to March 15th. Amo Williams versus Patrice Volney. I haven't got a chance to watch Volney, but I'm gonna check it out. I know you said Amo's trash.
I didn't say trash. I didn't
Okay,
say
okay, okay.
trash.
Don't
I
put
didn't say
words in your
trash.
mouth, but I know you ain't crazy about Amo.
No, it's not that. He's not
No.
that good. He's all right. He's just okay.
Yeah, we'll
But
see. This is a interesting.
So you know Volney.
Can we call it? I don't know if we can call it a crossroad fight,
Mm.
but we'll definitely see where Ammo's at because Patrice Volney, uh, he's not no scrub.
I didn't think so. Look.
I wouldn't call him a high rated contender.
Mm.
Disappointed me. He fought this undefeated Brazilian. I forget his first name. Something Flaccow. You probably you probably heard of him. Um,
I haven't because I'm still trying to figure out who the hell
and
Volney is.
he was promoted by Top Rank. So
Okay.
this might have been Yamaguchi Flaccow. He might have been a Brazilian Olympian.
So Patrice is Canadian. I'm seeing
Yeah, he fights out of Montreal.
I like that
19
name.
and 1 with 13 knockouts. And who did you say you thought he fought? He fought damn Stephen
Yeah,
Butler.
he fought the Brazilian contender, middleweight contender, Flacco.
Esquiva
Yeah,
Falcao. Yeah.
Falcao or something like that. And yeah, he shit the bed in that one. He ain't really do nothing. He
So
was
that
fighting real negatively. Wasn't throwing his punches. Was just fighting in there to just survive. And Flacao wasn't even that great in that fight neither. But he got the victory, and that's kind of the last we've seen of him on like the national stage. And I guess since then he's been fighting off kind of off the grid back in Montreal on some like lesser cards.
okay.
And so we'll see. It's going to be a test for Volney too, because once again, his first time on the big stage, he shit the bed. This is your second time now uh, against a formidable opponent in Ammo Williams. So I think it's an intriguing fight. You know what I mean? There's both something on the line for both of these guys.
Yeah, and Ammo 17 and 1. We know his one loss was to Shiraz, and he was knocked out. Well, I'd say it was a TKO. 17 knockouts. So yeah, I'm gonna watch some film on Volney tonight for sure, so I can see what he's working with. I meant to do that. It ain't enough damn hours in the day, you guys. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Um, on March 22nd, and I know, I'm missing that one fight. I'm missing that one fight that's coming up next damn weekend.
Oh, that
Yeah,
one. Yeah, that fight.
yeah, I'm missing
Man,
that one damn
y'all
fight.
something else, man. But I get it. I get it. I get
I
it.
know. Well, I'm
I
not
get it.
mad. You know what? I'm not mad. But I was looking on BoxRec here, and they did take some of the cards off that were on before. So I don't know what the deal is with that. It's some movement going on with that. This fight. Shit, did I do that right? Yes, I did. This fight is coming up, you guys, and
Yeah.
so you're happy about this?
No, I'm teasing you. I'm
Oh
teasing.
no, no, no,
It
I'm not
don't.
mad at you if you are because
No, no,
there's
no.
some good undercards. Shoot.
Well, I
Um,
was gonna. That was gonna be my next question, but like Shaw, like it don't matter no more. And kind of commenting a few comments ago, it's not because we're talking about ammo. It's just I'm just like you. I'm just tired of the excuses, man. Whatever, whatever. They got excuse for everything in boxing, for
yeah,
everything.
We're
She's
over
like,
it.
we can't do nothing. We can't move forward ever.
I'm over
Right.
it.
'Cause-
So go ahead.
no, no, you go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it has some good fights on the undercard. El Rayo versus Gary Antoine Russell, Albert Puello versus Sandor Martin. I said I wanted to see a good pure boxer matchup at 140. I threw a bunch of names out there that I like to see. These are two of them. I like that mix. Yoenis Tellez versus Julian Williams. I know Jay Hurd's on the card.
Jared
Um,
Hurd?
yeah, Jay Hurd's on
Wow.
there. Yeah, but see, it don't have who he's fighting. So let me see what comes up because here we go. Jared Hurd is fighting. Oh God, you know what, you guys?
You got it?
Oh well, I'm looking up under here and it doesn't even show. Remember, I said that they took some of the cards off of BoxRec, the
Right.
undercards.
Right.
So now I'm looking under Jared Hurd, and it doesn't even show that he's having a fight now. So I don't know what the hell's
He
going
on
on.
the preliminary though, probably at
Yeah, the
another
prelims.
location.
You think so?
Yeah, he's probably on the prelims. Yeah,
Mhm.
he's just getting some work.
Well, then why? But why would they cut all those? Okay,
He might be
What
on a
weight
separate
class?
card.
Hurd
What
is on
weight
the
class?
streaming part. So yeah, he's on the he's gonna be on
Prelims.
Oh,
the
but I see what you're
YouTube.
saying, Queen, because they done took the schedule fight totally off his box rec.
Yeah, man. It's
Yeah,
not even
she's
on
showing.
his box rig.
Hmm.
If Michael Ray's in here, Michael Ray's his cousin is fighting on the undercard. What's that guy's
Oh,
name?
that's BA. That's pretty cool.
Hey, Queen 71. Hey, how you doing, sis?
Nice.
I didn't see you
Salute,
coming here.
Michael.
So yeah, his cousin's fighting on the undercard, and look, it doesn't show nothing on there. Look, I can't even do that now no more. That's crazy. So if I go to the bout,
What what weight class is Jared Hurd at now?
oh jeez Louise,
I think middleweight.
middle, I think, yeah, because J Rock is at super middle, right? Yeah, he's
I like
fighting.
Jared Hurd, but like
See, look at this.
he sucks.
There were like four more other people lined up under this. This is the Saturday. Hey man, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I've been hearing stuff about
BBC Ting, you know what I mean?
Scooter.
And then
Okay.
maybe they ain't got the budget.
What's his name on BoxRec, Mike, so I could look it up?
I ain't gonna say
Eric
that.
Davis, okay. And I know I've seen him, but he's a prospect. He's
PBC had to
good.
cut the premium.
He talking about the budget.
Look. The fight's gone. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Damn.
they had to cut the prelims.
Whoa.
Say,
Queen,
you,
this four
you ain't
fight
got money
listen.
for that.
We looking at two of them, and you think I don't know, Queen.
Maybe they got tagged for that. Like, hey, you can't put that up yet.
Put what up again?
Put up that information, their fights. Maybe they didn't want anyone knowing.
What, and so like anti-promoting?
Pretty much.
Which fight you want me to put up the whole card again?
The whole card, yeah.
Look, I was about to go to shoot, what's his name? PBC's website and look, but
They never have anything posted
shit,
though.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I always go to
barely
PBC.
update.
Like they never got nothing.
So here's the card. Oh no, I can't even do that no more because again, it's not there. So here's the card. It just stops at Yoenis.
Yeah, that's suspect to say the least.
I'm very curious. Did I look under? Yeah, I looked under her. So hers fight's not on there. Now, Derek's fight is. Let me. I don't know. That's Derek Davis is not on there. What is this? Young Tay. Padley is higher ranked than Kid Austin. Yeah, we been cooked on that one. We been cooked on that one, and then we threw that shit back in the pan and warmed it up and cooked on it again. So, oh man,
It should be a good night of boxing though. I mean, like this is what
for
PBC is
four
gonna
fights,
offer up.
I ain't
So
paying $90 for this. They out their
ain't
mind.
nobody gonna pay $90.
Oh, that's $90.
Hey, well, the fight was. Wait a minute, wait. They're supposed to be bringing him a replacement. Okay, well, Mike, when I looked last night, it did say TBA, to be announced. The original. Now it's showing. So if you could get in touch with your cousin and let me know, and I could let the people know. Maybe this man still got to fight because I'm curious. I was hearing something about ticket sales. Like I said,
Usually when
with
the when they take it the schedule fight off a box rec, it's pretty solid that it's not happening.
and it's crazy because it was just yesterday. There were like 8 fights on this, so they were the undercard and the main card. Now you
What
got
arena is this going to be fought at?
Barclay.
Oh, that's right. That's right. New York.
I know,
Okay.
right, DP?
That'd be all right.
Damn.
People come out in Brooklyn. That'd be all right.
So um we skipping up to okay, March 29th. We got Mayor versus Ryan 2. And y'all, I think I want to go to this fight. I really do. And this is also gonna be uh Brian Norman Jr. facing Cuevas. So and that's gonna be obviously for the welterweight. What does he got? The WBA, WBO.
WBO, yeah.
BO, yeah.
He got the BO. So yeah, he's gonna be fighting Derek Cuevas. I've seen Cuevas. He's 27, 1-1. Brian is 26-0. So yeah, I would be interested in going to see that because y'all know I rock with the Normans.
Yeah, that's
And
Vegas, right?
hmm,
Is that Las Vegas?
it's gonna be at the Fountain Blue in Las Vegas, and kind of
Nice.
a newer venue. I looked at the inside; it looked pretty dang nice. The tickets is cheap, but with me, it's a 13 damn hour drive, Lord. So I don't know. I want to go, but I don't know if I want to go. The next fight that's coming up on the 22nd of March is well, it'll be before this Cambosis versus Duad Jordan. Do you know who Jordan is, Oddfella? Duad Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan is I believe he's a Thai fighter.
Yeah,
Um
he's
he
not.
has
Over there, right?
he's a heavy he has fights. He has a long catalog, long resume. I think over like 50 fights easily. And he's not the quintessential Thai fighter that only fights Thai fighters. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Beats up on guys that are making their debuts. He does have a catalog of fights that are world class. I would say like abroad and whatnot. So he has been in the mix with, I would say, at least the best of the Asian competition,
mm.
best of European competition and whatnot. So
He, he's Indonesian, but why does he look like he's in the the Asian mafia over there? The Yakuza, man. Tell me this don't look like. Never mind. Shut
And
up.
they got
Shut
a
up.
white suit on. Nice.
yeah, you do look like he
Man, look, 43,
He
probably
look
part of
more
the
4.
triad or
Thaiish.
something.
He's been knocked out once. That's not bad out of 43 fights because you know they be slanging him over there.
So
31 knockouts. And he does. Look, he does have a good mix of people he's fought. So
yeah, he's world like he's been across the world and
I
shit.
hope he beats Cambosis. With that said,
I don't know if he'll be
Damn.
Cambosis. I think he's tailor made
really okay. I
for
have to check out his
Cambosis to
style.
look good. Yeah.
I I definitely check out his style on that card. It looks like what
Cambosis.
I'm really looking forward to, which is Sky Nicholson, which is
Oh
Stormy
yeah.
Girl,
Yeah, I like
versus
Sky too.
Tierra Brown. Lord, look, Tierra, come on, sis, show this woman. Who that woman is. Show this woman who it, what time it is. I got Tierra Brown in that. Um, maybe just because I'm rocking with the sister, but I'm not crazy about Sky. I like her jab. Yes, it's beautiful. But I need somebody to take it to her. I don't know if Tierra could do that, but I'm praying she can. Yes, he does. Y'all know who Sky is. You guys are familiar with Tierra too.
Yeah. No, yeah, yeah, but she's not gonna beat Sky for sure. But what I was gonna say about Sky is they're still building her along, Chawa, so
Both of
she
them.
she won't I don't know about Sky getting a test until she moves up. Yeah.
Mm, you know, I know you know who Tierra is. Yes, I feel it.
We
Yeah,
teared her up a couple. It was a month back when we did the ladies tier
this
list,
lady's Tier.
and
Okay, yeah, and you
this
guys,
conversation came up. Definitely, that's a fight we need to see.
it's
Tara
the fight
Brown,
we need.
Scott Nicholson.
Sky is 12-0 with one knockout. Tierra is 18-0 with 11 knockouts. Um, they're not far on their Sky is, let me see. First, Tierra is number 5 in the world. Of course, Sky is number 1 in the world. Look, I don't know. I don't know, Steph. Um, if Connor was in here, he might cuss you out about Tierra.
No, it's not that because they build an old girl. So like, I don't know if they're gonna let Miss Brown do that.
Yeah, but Tierra been calling her out.
Yeah.
Tierra ain't trying to let that work slide like that, and I can't say I blame her.
But Sky
Um,
probably gonna stay away from that and be on the outside.
well, that's what she does, and that's why I'm really not impressed with her. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I say, I like her jab, but I need somebody to actually get at her. That's just how I feel. I'm not a fan of Sky.
You
I
know what?
know,
I might have to agree with Steph because that's supposed to be Eddie Hearn's boo thing.
woman. I know,
Eddie Hearn ain't gonna put her in harm's way.
I know. I know that's what y'all think. I know that's what y'all think. We gonna see. It's some other women in the division. Sky could definitely be fighting while you trying to say some. She has to move up. You think? I don't know. It's some other women she could be fighting as well. But I'm glad Tierra Brown's getting her shot. I ain't gonna lie. She deserved that. A lot of the sisters be calling out this smoke, and they be trying to avoid them. Eddie, he gonna have
Shout out to
to.
Miss Metcalf. Yeah, people don't
Yeah,
want to fight
there
her.
you go. So that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of sisters that be calling it out, and they don't even want to be putting them on main cards so everybody could see who these people are. Sky just happened to get on that OTX, and she got her shot to make that call out. I think Eddie was there that night, wasn't he? If anybody saw that, I think Eddie was there.
Eddie.
I think
Oh,
so.
word? Okay, shit.
Yeah, so she called out Sky. She's like, it's time, and apparently Eddie's with it. I don't give a damn if that's his woman. I don't give a damn. That's a conflict of interest anyway in itself now, ain't it?
Damn.
What does that mean? So my last one, the ladies. This is going to be a good one. Is something that Stormy has spoken to. Jesus, if I could work this thing, y'all. I'm just really losing brain.
It was like Jonas.
Yes, sirree, Bob. Yep. It's coming here shortly. Jonas and Price. And this is going to be on the 7th of
Yeah,
March.
that should be good.
This is going to be the one, and I wish Ack was in here so I could rub in his face. Jonas about to get murked. Okay, yeah. I love me some Price. Yeah.
I
And I
like me
do
some
not,
Jonas.
huh?
I said I like me some Jonas.
I know, I like
She's
Jonas,
so
but when
pretty.
I heard her mouth, when I heard how disrespectful she is and how condescending she is of this woman right here who deserves some respect, she also has a very good amateur background, and she act like she knew the woman, act like she fought the woman, like she's very dismissive, arrogant. I don't like it.
As a fact.
Yeah, but I tell you what, I do like Price. And I think she's the goods, and I do think that she can get the old guard up out of here. I think that's what's gonna happen. I'm
She's gonna
praying.
have to.
Yeah, I'm praying that's what's gonna happen. Also that night, Dubois versus Shin.
Mm,
Bo Me Ray. Look, this woman, I don't like her style, but I will say like a Padley because Dubois has been calling out some of these older women and they are running scared, in my opinion. We seen what she just did to, was it Cabrera? Kamara. She just murked Kamara, and like it was easy work. That was sick how easily she put away Jessica Kamara. Bore me, she can fight, but she's a wildling. She all hands and I've seen her use her defense, but it's mostly all hands. It's gonna be lovely. I pray she could last long enough so we can see um, Caroline get some work off. Let Caroline get some rounds. Don't give her no TKO. Let her get an official KO that she deserved. Like I think she got robbed in the Kamara fight. Thank you, KG. Hmm.
Well,
Mine
we all
too.
looking at Eddie off that comment. Yeah.
Caroline and Price. That's it for me. You know what, Stormy? Her and his Jack and Scott. Stormy's like the dirty old sensei. I ain't gonna lie. I love the shit out of
He like
Stormy.
that old guy on Dragon Ball Z with the dirty jokes.
So yeah, that's gonna be a good fight. I think there's even more women up under that card, you guys. I ain't trying to hold you guys too much longer because we've been in here BSing, and I know I got brothers that's either on or they about to come cook, and I ain't ate today. I don't know what the hell I was
Dang.
thinking. I was moving around furniture and I ain't even eat. Anyway,
Go
Yeah.
get you something to eat.
I am, so I can catch all you guys cooking later because everybody's cooking, and I'd like to taste test this and that, especially my family. So I appreciate all you guys that stuck in here with me. I always appreciate the brothers that hit the link, man.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
I
you.
love the shit out of
It's a
y'all.
pleasure.
I love the shit out
Always.
of the people in the chat. I love boxing, and y'all is on that time with me. Um, I'm gonna try to play this damn video to get myself up out of here. But look, before I do that, Steph Brown, would you like to let the good people know where they can find you?
You can always find me in the chats and pretty much y'all's favorites. I'll be at Supreme Bees later on. Would be Stormy B Man, be BF, be set all of them 7 8 champ.
Yes, you do.
Salute, and of course here with Showers. So y'all hit that like button. And thanks for allowing me, Odd Fella. Pleasure, KG. I'll see y'all later, man. Got peace and blessings.
Appreciate you, Steph. It's always good to hear you cooking in the chat, and I appreciate you coming on my panel because it's
Yes, thank
refreshing.
you for allowing me to rant. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's refreshing to have you up here. It's good to hear your voice and feel your sentiments more than I read them. So,
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
all right, Odd Fella.
Hmm.
Mm, man, how are you? Please let the people know how they can find you, sir. And then you
Indeed.
can
Right here on YouTube, TWR presents. I will be live with Supreme Beast Boxing Talk later on this evening. I believe 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Bullshit on the Beltway. Make sure you pull up to that. We will be serving a plethora of crow, most definitely this evening, and cooking on recapping, I guess, most of the boxing, and maybe if I get a chance, I might touch on um what I've been digging up on our boy Danny Dubois, because that's still a bit suspect.
look, before you do that,
Mm,
don't me. Uh, so yeah, I think I gave up on the search, but I agree with you. There's some a little fishy,
yeah.
some a little suspect. I ain't gonna lie though, man. I really like Daniel, and I'm really hoping that it's nothing, out the way. I hope it's nothing crazy, man.
Well, like I said, my conclusion, I don't think it's what I originally thought, that was that out the way, but
Yeah.
there is something out the way with this. You know what
Okay.
I mean? But
Well, good people in the chat. Throw your link in before you take off. Good people in the chat. Come on through to the usual suspects while they cook up tonight.
indeed.
Anybody who's cooking, y'all put your stuff in the chat always. You know.
Tap into the website, usualsuspect6.com. We do house all our boxing rankings, heavyweight, pound for pound. We did the 140 division as well of our recent rankings. So we about to actually gear up to start up our next pound for pound list and vote on what divisions we gonna do next. So definitely be on the lookout and bookmark the website. You know what I mean? And we also got information in regards to the LDBC meet and greet on what on there as well, on its own individual page, so y'all can tap into that to get updates, information, links to the tickets, and all that good stuff. But once again, salute Queen Shower for having me on the platform. You know what I mean? It's always great to cook with you. And salute to everybody up in the chat. Big up Steph Brown. Indeed, it's your favorite yet your most hated odd fella. Salute to the usual suspects. Salute to the LDBC. And I'm
Real
getting
quick, odd fella, real quick, sir. I was gonna say,
damn nigga. You gotta listen. That's my outro. You can't just you can't just trample on my outro like that, bro. But go ahead, cook.
uh, because you were talking about Danny. What's funny about that is Bicoli. He's not the number one guy to get a shot at his belt next, but he's next in line. So you never know. Never know. Just throwing that out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just show up tonight because there's something different going on.
I can't.
Okay,
Yeah, I got to hear that. I got to hear that.
you gotta hear it. Y'all got to hear it. Be up in there. Be
All
in
right,
the
I'll be
building.
there. Holla.
Thanks, odd fella. I appreciate you coming through. Always, KG. Thank you for coming on. My brother Soul Power, he got on and got off real quick. Joe Townsend, hit my link today. I appreciate you, great brother. Y'all, I'm gonna get Queen 71 up here. And we gonna have a ladies cook sometime soon when my sis is feeling better. You know I'm looking forward to it, Queen. I ain't gonna pressure you, but I'm pressuring you. You know I love you. And I definitely want to hear your opinions. So that's it for me, you guys. I appreciate you guys so much for rocking with me. Man, these things be going way longer than I be wanting them to, but y'all make conversation so good. And I do love to have conversations. I do not like judging. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody gonna feel how they feel. And again, I love you guys so much for that, and for not crucifying me, because I definitely have my strong opinions. So I'm gonna play my way out. I appreciate you all. Have a blessed evening, you and your families. Much love and shalom. Look, you know I be struggling. So let me get my thing on the damn screen. Good Lord.
punch starts not in the fist, but the feet. The rear foot drives backwards into the ground. Like links in a chain, the energy travels up the leg, twists through the hips, and into the large muscles of the back, chest, and shoulders. Like the coiling and cracking of a whip, the energy multiplies through leverage as it flows through the body, travels out the arm and fist, and snaps.
Now Lyle is hurt. Now Lyle is hurt. Quickly, forward land and a left and a right, another left, and Lyle's in trouble. He's against the rope. Trying to...
It's official. The 2025 LDBC Meet and Greet in Las Vegas, Nevada, August 9th and 10th. Hosted by none other than 78 Sports TV, accompanied by many LDBC content creators you know and love. Come through and enjoy the LDBC Basketball Classic, where Team Voltron will take on LDBC Selects. Come on out and have a good time in a family atmosphere. Children are welcome. Get your tickets ASAP. Use code SHAWA to receive $5 off. See you there.